I was muted that whole time. Fucking me.
Well, we are now live because it's that time. So we're just gonna hang out with everybody a little bit here while things are rocking and rolling. Get a little bit of music going. Everyone watching the stream, you'll notice that it's a different playlist than normal. But, you know, that's because I figured something a little bit more upbeat was appropriate for what we've got going on. Let me make sure everybody can hear me okay. Oh, man, my mic is super loud. All right. Let's see here. Dun. Everything looks like it should be working all right. Yeah, everything looks good. Okay. No, that's not what I want. I forgot to look at a thing. Let's see what can I do about that. Yeah, everything looks good. Okay. I had the stream open, I almost left my audio on. We were going to get some feedback there. I'm glad I caught that. Woohoo! All right. Everybody bear with me for a minute here. So, right now, they are getting everybody together. Ooh. Nobody saw me do that. I didn't break anything. We're going to just put that right back where it belongs. I'm pretty sure that was visible to all of y'all, so don't mind what I just tried to do to my stream. Man, I'm starting off so well for something I haven't done in a while. Yeah, let's see, okay. Yeah, I know. It's been a while since you've seen this intro, but I'm glad you recognize it, Ember. I would hope so. You think I stopped using it? No, there's no way. No way I could do that. Alrighty, Oh, I'm learning new tricks every day here. I'm gonna get rid of that. Do that.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to. There's a guy on the server, Hawk Driver. I don't know if you've ever met him, but Hawk Driver and I go way back the same way Skywalker and I do. And his dad is coming into town to go to the local college football game, and asked me yesterday if I would take them to the game, and so he was just working out some logistics with that there.
Gotcha. Well, just so you know, we are live currently.
Oh, excellent. Oh, sorry. Oh.
No, you're all right. You're all right. I wanted to make sure I caught you before you said something particularly sensitive, you know.
Well, you know, I'm just glad that I didn't be like, oh, and so this particular person whose name I'm revealing, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so everybody...
Oh, yes, my credit card number is...
Yes, my credit card number is this, and here's my home address, and here's my last four of my social. So, anyway, everybody, welcome to the tournament. It's going to be a really good time. We are going to have the tournament announcements with the rules and everything coming up here shortly. Skywalker will be helping us out with that in the tournament lobby channel. And apart from that, Undead Lumberduck, it's good to have you back.
Yeah, it's good to be back. I've kind of missed the Jedi Council for a bit, but I've been. You can ask my own community. I've been kind of hiding under a rock for the last little bit, so.
Yeah, we've got everybody here except a camera guy, which is really, really rough.
Well, Skywalker, it looks to me like you might be taking over the camera duties for your tournament this time around.
Maybe. I'm doing a tournament, so yeah.
All right, give me 1 moment there, Russell. Let me see if I can get rid of that buzzing sound for you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, that should ideally have gotten rid of the buzzing sound. If the buzzing comes back, just let me know. Hopefully that'll get rid of it for you, though. I've applied some filters.
Are we live?
So, yes, we are live.
Yes, we are
hey! Oh my gosh, I didn't even know we were live. Excellent.
We just caught Skywalker in the bathroom. Don't mind us.
As we go.
Oh man, it's your boy Duck Walker, coming from that 859.
859. Look at you go. So here we are. This is the Jedi High Council tournament. This is a fun tournament. There's nothing going to be not too competitive, basically, but we are here to have fun and to beat the shit out of each other. So we've got 8 teams participating today, each of them with 5 players. There is a team made up of basically fills, effectively. They don't know why they are here, but they are here to make sure that we are able to participate and have a great time, have an even tournament where everybody is relatively parallel to one another in terms of ability and power. There have been several measures taken over the course of the tournament planning to ensure that the teams are as balanced as they can be, including making sure that you have relatively equal numbers of platinum, gold, bronze, silver, etc. Players on each team. There was a point buy-in system where the teams are able to construct one another, but you had to pay based on your ability, in order to be able to participate on this even playing field. Lumberduck, what do you think about all that?
I think that's great, especially because when I used to play these, I was the living handicap, being the little cardboard 6 that I am. So it's nice to know that if they're stuck with me, they could have a diamond player available and it not really throw everything out of whack. So I think it was really good. It's an improvement upon what we've done in the past, because it used to be before it was kind of just a free for all where people would get with other people that they were comfortable playing with, and sometimes that just left really high skilled teams against not so high skilled teams. And of course, while this is a competition, we still want it to be fun for everybody. And when you have just such a huge disparity, it's hard to enjoy the game when you just get completely stomped and game's over in 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's really good to know. Take myself for example. I play silver. I'm not that good of a player. And so sometimes you get this sort of mental block when you know that there's a platinum player in their team. Like, you strongly suspect it just in regular ranked matchmaking. You strongly suspect it all the time that somebody's smurfing. You say, oh, that person's smurfing. This isn't fair. My team doesn't have a smurf. Well, yes, you do this time. You have your own smurf. And they have their own handicap players as well. Don't you worry. Everybody here is going to be all friends. We're all having a good time, and it looks to me like the teams are starting to fill up. We have looks like 5 players on every team now, so we should be getting started here any minute. Going over the teams real quick, we have Team 1, which is actually spelled W-O-N. It's actually a very clever play on words. This is comprised of, in the top lane, Jocko Laco. You have Primal in the jungle. You have Plays Were Made at mid, LFT Recon in AD slot, and then you have Rocky Ladoodle as the support. Now, Team 1 is a powerhouse team coming in as a high favorite. They wrote this themselves. Expect this team to try and get Archon ahead and online early and play through PWM's lane dominance. If Primal can get his footing in the jungle early, this one will be a force to be reckoned with. What do you think about that? As just in terms of a team, I mean, I know that we have a little bit more experience with some of these players rather than others. Like, I have personally played with Primal many times. I've generally known him to play in the ADC slot, although I know that he claims he mains jungle, and that's what he's playing today. What do you think of that?
I mean, junglers in any game are a huge factor. I've always personally believed that the two people on a team that should probably be in charge of making the calls are either your jungler or your support. Because Jocko Locko's in the chat saying, we didn't write this. well, Jocko Loco, we didn't write it. Somebody gave it to us, so who did? Calling out one of your teammates there.
It was not me. I like to believe that each team wrote their own, and that's my line, and I'm sticking to it.
Yep, sorry, we're gonna pin that on you, and nothing you can do about it because we're the announcers. We have that power and authority. So especially considering one of our announcers here is Sir Lord Archduke Doctor, and I can't even see the rest of his name because Discord just straight up doesn't show it.
Sir Lord Archduke Dr. Dacius. Yes.
He's got all the respectable titles that you could look for. When you have that many, how can you question them?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I need all these titles to equal your prowess. The Undead Lumberduck has no titles, and yet his brew has made Odin drunk.
For any of those that get that reference, bless you, because man, that goes back. But no, yeah, as far as this team goes, they seem to. Jocko Loco actually seems to be getting the short end of the stick. They brought everybody else up, but you, Jock. What's up with that?
I think what's going to be really interesting is a lot of these teams have gone ahead and picked these positions not knowing what the other teams are going to be, or really even necessarily having played together just in this 5-man set before. A lot of these teams just pick people based on who is available. Now, I don't know whether or not Team 1 has played together a lot or not, but we have the custom games, and then we have just random ranked flex games that people can play, and it'll be really interesting, I think, to see who's able to utilize their experience having played together versus just their pure talent. I think that's going to be an incredibly important aspect to this. And
I agree, because I was gonna say, because with people you've never played with before, it's all about that intuition. And some people have a really good intuition with people they know, and they know what their habits are, and work well with that. While other people just have a good raw game sense. And
yes.
And here we're gonna probably see a mix of the two, because I'm sure some of these people have probably played some of the custom matches, because the setup of this tournament started. Thank you, Rocky Ladoodle, appreciating the love. A lot of these people I'm sure probably practiced, because the tournament started getting set up about a week ago is when it was announced we were going to do this. Maybe even 2 weeks. So hopefully some of them have gotten into some practice of the custom games. For those of you that don't know, the Jedi High Council Discord server does do custom games all the time. I played in a few. Can't say that I've won any, but most people have me just because I'm the team mascot and I'm there for moral support.
Yes, and the custom games are a lot of fun. Typically, I find that most of the people involved take it just seriously enough to make it competitive, but not make it be overwhelming. There have been people that I have brought in to custom matches who have only been playing League of Legends for a week or two before they even get started just playing the custom matches with us. And so for them to come into a game and be playing with platinum and diamond players is a fantastic experience for them. Maybe not so much for diamond players, but for the people who don't know what they're doing, to actually be able to see and talk to and communicate with people who can teach them and educate them. The last guy that I brought in was immediately gold within like 3 months, and he had never played League of Legends before. And so that's just a really great story of how these can not only provide you with some fun and entertainment for just having reliable teammates, people who aren't going to flame and quit the game and cause a lot of distractions, but who are also going to be able to teach you and help you learn how to play the game through gameplay. And I think that's a lot of fun. Moving on, we've got Comfy Gaming. And Comfy Gaming has, in their top lane, they've got the Boz 800. Jungle is played by Reb Otoid. Mid is Tree Star. Their AD is being played by Kooky. And their support is playing Drunk. That's his name.
I wish we were playing Drunk. Man, you know what? A Drunk tournament stream would be something.
That would actually be Maybe we should just have a drinking night one night. Now, personally, I have only played with Kuki out of this group, and she is a very talented player. I am going to be watching this team with a lot of interest, just to see how they manage to work around her play style.
And it's interesting seeing what they've given us for the description here. What I like seeing is that they immediately are talking about the Rift Herald, because one of the things that I think, not so much for the experienced players, but for some newer players and lower tier players, that they always get so focused on the kills, and that's not what'll
Yes.
win you the game. I mean, it
Absolutely.
helps that gold is handy, but only to a certain point, because once you're full build, you're max level, there's nowhere else to go. It's all just skill after that. And if the enemy team has been monopolizing those objectives, they're going to steamroll back over you like it's nobody's business. And
That's right.
so I'm excited in the description here for Comfy Gaming, because they're talking about that they're looking to play through their solo lanes and create pressure for objectives, and they're going to support their bottom lane a lot. I'm actually a little worried to talk too much about it, because I don't want to give away any strategies here for any of the enemy teams that might be listening. But they're looking to play late game too, which is something I actually enjoy. A lot of people want to end the game as soon as possible, but a lot of the builds I like to do really show off well in the late game, especially with my runes and stuff. I like to get that stuff that scales over time, so the longer the game goes on, the better you get. And I'm sure for teams like that, we're going to see some champions like Vigar or Nasus or things like that, people that keep scaling. One of my favorites to do is Scion. I love Scion and his scaling health. It's ridiculous, especially with a lot of the items that have recently been redone and come out in the Rift. I think I see some activity here with the teams in the Discord. I think they're starting to get everything sorted out. I'm sure Duck Walker will come back and talk to us a little bit, but let's go ahead and talk on Pixel Pirates here. In the top lane, we've got Stats Lie. In the jungle, we've got Forster. Mid lane, we've got Classy. In the ADC position, we have Remind Award. Words to live by, right there. And we've got, for support, we have That Medic, though. And they're not people that I'm actually very familiar with from the server, and they seem to know that, because they've mentioned that on their card here. They say Pixel Pirates coming under the radar with lesser known players, but a few standouts like Remind Award and Medic will be a big part of this game's success. Always support your support. Look for them to play through the bottom lane with the late game carry picks like Kog'Maw, Vayne, or Kai'Sa paired with Lulu or Seraphine. And I'm actually kind of interested to see some of that.
That'll actually be a really important factor, I think, is not only do you have to worry about um, who your own teammates are and what their strengths and weaknesses and how to play around that, but a lot of these players, again, play in these custom matches all the time and know not just their own team, but their enemy team's strengths and weaknesses, who they should really look out for. And for people who are newer and who don't play as much on the server, that's actually a little bit of a strength, being able to come in here and just say that, well, okay, so you can look on op.gg and you can see that I'm really good, with Quinn. Like, I'm a big Quinn player. I love playing as Quinn. At one point this season, I had an 80% win rate with Quinn at one point this season. And you could look at that and you could be like, oh my god, yeah, well, we definitely need to ban Quinn. This guy's going to play Quinn, but Quinn's not even really my strongest character. My strongest character is actually Morgana. I am a much better Morgana player than I am just about anything. And then maybe after that, Janna. So if you were to go in and look on OPGG and say, well, what does Sir Lord Archduke Dacius do in his playtime? You say, oh, well, this season he's really been maining this ADC role, and he's been picking this off champ pick. So let's just ban the Quinn, and now he's got nothing left to do. Well, okay, am I actually doing that though? And I think that's a strength that these players here are going to be able to utilize in an effort to advance their seed in the tournament.
We just had Skywalker here, and he left. We just lost him.
Well, that's all right. He'll be back. Moving on to the OGs, you've got Sharky Monk in the top lane, and the jungle is virtually useless. Mid is King Kalidor, AD is Odd Panda, and support is Darth Poro.
Poro!
Yeah, these people have been around here in the server since the very beginning. In fact, a lot of them have been around since before there was a server. Darth Poro and King Calidor played with Skywalker and I back before we even had a server to play on. The OGs are coming in a little bit as underdogs, but they're never a team to be taken lightly. Odd Panda and Poro both match an aggressive playstyle and can take off with a lane given the chance, while Sharky Monk can run rampant if given a lead from virtually useless, who is going to be really taking some strong power picks in the jungle. Optimally, this team should look to win bottom lane hard early and play around Drakes in top lane split push. But what I'm really interested to see is King Calidor. Calidor has a tendency to pick champions that are very off meta and do incredibly well with those. If you have not seen King Calidor's Shaco support, it is a sight to behold. He is exactly the kind of person that you want playing a Shaco. And that's not even his primary role. You know, he'll go in there with a Caitlyn mid with Dark Harvest and just absolutely decimate enemy teams who won't even know what hit them.
I do want to give a shout out to Poro here because he was one of the first people I think I played a good bit with when I joined the server, and man, he really makes me rethink what my life. I do support as a main, and Poro is like an aspiration. I'm like, I got to take some pointers from this man.
Poro's actually a girl.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, my bad. Sorry, Poro. I know this, but I'm just.
Poro is in fact a woman who you look up to.
I don't. Either or is fine by me. It doesn't change the fact that she kicks ass.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So after that, we've got Team Overloaded Business. Top is being run by Zack Saber. Jungle is Vui. Mid is Azimur. And AD is Kaio, while they've got Andrew the 13th in support. Team Overloaded Business comes into the tournament as a middle of the pack team. This team's shot calling for mid to late game can be deadly with their lane scaling and support roams. We're going to be looking for Azimur to be on a control mage mid and shoot, and he's going to shoot this team into team fights. If Kaio can control his hot and cold playstyle, this team can really do some damage in the tournament.
Taking a look here real quick because I think I see some of them are in their lobbies. Let me take a look, see if anyone's actually started their games yet. Make sure we're not missing the action.
Oh, definitely no.
Well, it looks like because I don't know who the first matchup is supposed to be, but it does look like Comfy is in character select or champion select, and I'm trying to see who their partner is. And we still don't have our cameraman, so I'm a little bit confused as to what we're gonna have here. Let me shoot Skywalker a message here real quick. So bear with us, everybody. We'll get everything rocking and rolling. But yes, you're not wrong, Jeff. We are a bunch of nerds here, and that's just the way we like it.
So Overloaded Business is kind of an interesting and fun team name because you would think that Biz or Loaded would be on that team, but neither one of them are.
A lost opportunity, if you ask me.
Absolutely. I feel like that was one of those team names where they really wanted to just stick it to their direct target, and I wonder if they're really calling out Biz or Loaded in this tournament. Wonder if that's going to be a good matchup to look for.
Well, actually, if you guys want my 2 cents on who's going to win, I've been eyeing Azimir's team. I think that team's pretty good and underrated. I also think that Poro's team is going to be something that's somewhat of a sleeper, if you might say. But
I'm so sorry, Poro. We don't voice chat often, so I didn't know.
The OGs of the server, they've been around for a long time. I know each and every one of those people. I've known them for years now, and I think they've got the synergy advantage. Honestly, there's a lot of talent in this tournament. I really think there is a weapon on every team. I mean, you look on every team: Loaded's team, K-Style's team, Overloaded Business, Team One, the OGs, Comfy Gaming, Pixel Pirates, Team Autofill. There really isn't there's just no weak spot. There's no, auto win. I think this is going to be a great tournament. I'm really excited. I just cannot explain how giddy I am getting over here just thinking about all the different games. I wish we could watch them all at once, but I think what we're gonna do is watch Team One versus Overloaded Business. I think that's gonna be a great game.
Oh, I'm totally down for
So-
that. Though you missed Skywalker, I put my foot in my mouth earlier talking about Poro. I was like, Poro's such a great guy. He does such great work. And Sir Lord's like, Poro's a chick. And I'm like, well, it doesn't change the fact that she kicks ass.
Yeah, she's a badass.
Sorry,
is a
Poro.
badass.
She's definitely a badass.
I can almost guarantee with 100% certainty that Zyra will be banned this game. Nobody wants to see Poro Zyra on the tournament floor today. I can just guarantee that.
Yes, Poro with Zyra is guaranteed defeat. So the next team that we have coming up is only here to beat Tree Star. In the top lane, they've got Just Neutron, followed by Loaded in the jungle. Loaded is actually on this team. We've got Miracle at mid, Gilair at AD, and Erusin at support. Now, Loaded's team comes in. I admittedly don't know a lot of these guys, but on paper, they do appear very strong. Erusin is a support that will want to get out of lane early and help Loaded secure early pressure around the map and create leads for the bottom side of the map. Mid and top are wild cards in this game, so we'll really need to see their performance in the game before any further information can be gathered. I just don't know them very well. But I do think it's interesting. We've seen in these team descriptions a lot of times people talk about playing in the bottom lane. Now, the reason for that is because you can create game imbalance based on the fact that particularly very early in the mid and top lanes, those turrets get extra armor, basically better defense for those turrets in the first 5 minutes of the game. But the bottom lane does not get that. So you can actually get your bottom lane ahead with some good ganks and some strong lane pressure roaming, some good teleports that would come down from either top, jungle, or mid, depending on the mobility of those different champions. And if you can create that imbalance, then you can absolutely swing the game one side or the other just in those early few minutes based on that lack of armor on the turrets.
Yeah, and like I said, guys, it's all gonna come down to the jungle. I really think there's a Primal, I believe, is gonna be jungle. They might be swapping around. This tournament does allow role swaps, so you never know. But I think Primal will be their primary jungle. And then on the Azamir's team, I'm looking at the roster and I really just don't know. There's a lot of field champions. I think maybe Vui will be jungle. It's a possibility that Andrew might be as well. I don't really know Zack Saber too well, like I said, but as far as Team 1, I know that Primal will probably like to go, and I don't want to stream snipe him or anything, but he does love that Nocturne, and that Nocturne loves to take over the game. I'm telling you, that ult, everybody knows about Nocturne ult because it just turns off the map. I'm telling you guys, that is a game changer, and Primey knows it. I think he'll be looking for that pick. His second pick he'll probably be looking for is that Zen Zhao. It's another champion that I think can just take over games. Both champions are capable of truly carrying a game. So we're all looking over at the diamonds. Plays were made and Archon, but I really think it's going to come down to those role players that are going to have to really shine and show their true colors. What do you guys think?
I definitely agree with what you're saying. In fact, it leads us directly into our next team. You're talking about how you can change the roles from game to game. Well, K-Style's team, literally just named K-Style, has a roster of K-Style, Bot Diff, oh my fucking god, Gold 1097, Sunny Smile, and Joe the 13th. So they did not even include what role they're going to play in their roster. They simply said that they don't that they're going to be switching probably from game to game, and I think that's going to be really interesting going forward. Now, I've played with K-Style; he's a very talented player. It also looks like Gold 1097 is going to be the player to watch for the squad, so we really need to keep an eye on them and just make sure that as we are moving forward, that we can research them and figure out what they're going to do, because every other team needs to figure out what they're going to do too, because who are you going to ban? Are you going to ban K-Styles jungle? Are you going to ban his mid, his top? What are you going to do? You don't even know where they're planning on playing.
Well, and real quick,
Yeah,
I want to give a
it's-
shout out to H2O for thanks for coming and joining us in the chat. Chris Bono says he's big sad because we barely said a word about them. I don't know what his Discord name is on the team, so I'm not sure who that is. But Skywalker, do you know Chris Bono?
I don't. I probably played with him in my time. I just want to say that I'm really proud of where we've come. This is our second tournament with Undead Lumberduck, and Dacius has decided to step in as well. I want to shout out to both those guys because they've been great. I mean, you guys really make this what it is, and it's gonna be really fun. I think Play said his game's about to start, so I'm going to start streaming that here in a second. So don't worry, guys. We'll get
Let me
the
go ahead
action.
and get in the last team information then real fast.
Yeah, go for it.
Team Autofill is made up with Johnny Lawrence in the top lane, Loken 03 in the jungle. Digitized is mid, the Homeless Bacon is playing AD, and Nightlink is there for support. Team Autofill was the last team of the tournament made up of free agents, but definitely not a team to scoff at. Bacon and Nightlink should look to be the workhorse of this team, soaking up pressure and possibly creating plays early for the Dragon or 2v2 kills. If Digitized can keep up with the fierce mid-player pool in this tournament, then the team could show up and be a powerhouse team. Now, I've personally played several times with Nightlink, and he is the ultimate game general. Like, he will keep his eyes on the map. He will let you know exactly where you need to go and where you need to be, and he will even bring strong support play to back that up. So that will definitely be a dark horse team in this tournament.
You know,
I love that they've done their name Team Autofill for them all being free agents that didn't have a team.
Yeah, man. They This is basically a classic story of a clash of two discords. We got Remind Award, who owns his own Discord, and this is another shout out to other Discords that sent out an announcement. This is a makeup of a complete Discord. Forrester, Classy, Remind Award, That Medic though, Stats Lie. A lot of those guys have never been in the Discord. This is their first time, so I just want to shout out a warm welcome to them. They've been great. I've had a couple discussions with them. They're all really classy guys. No pun intended. But no, they've been great. And Elenium, Johnny Lawrence, Loken, Nightlink, Homeless Bacon have all been a part of the Jedi High Council Discord for a while. So even though they were kind of thrown together last minute, Team Autofill will have a great chance at the win because they have all been playing together for a long time as well. So it's just gonna be a really interesting game. I'm really interested to see who comes out on top because, like I said, everybody knows each other pretty well. Remind Awards, he's a nasty ADC player. Medic on that support role is gonna be pretty rough. I've played with both those guys. They can really take it to you. The other three, like I said, are unknowns. I just want to see them play. I hope they make it into the next round and we can view them and see them play.
And, well, with the mention of the Discords, actually, for those of you that are watching, if y'all decide you want to get in on this action, you want to come join the server, you want to be part of these tournaments and these custom games, there's a link in the description for the stream that'll get you an invite to the Jedi High Council server. And if you just want updates on whenever I'm doing more live streams or games live, my link for the Duck Pond is in the server as well. So come join us and have some fun with us as we go on along and keep on doing this in the future.
Absolutely. I didn't get to shout out to Comfy Gaming and Tree Star. He's one of the people who really did help organize all this. So I just want to give a quick shout out to him and thank him for organizing the teams and just keeping everything fair. I think we did a really good job this time of organizing the point system and making it so those silvers are valuable members of the team. All of a sudden, it's funny because this tournament, in normal tournaments, everybody's like, oh, let's get all the high ranked players, let's pick them all together. We gotta make a super team. But this point system really made those silver ranked players a high priority pick. So it's been pretty fun to watch.
So do we have any eyes on our first game tonight already?
As far as they're getting going right now, I believe they are in Champion Select.
Can we get a? Can we? Yeah, I was saying, if we can get in on that, I'd love to see what we've got going on.
Yes, sir. In it we shall go.
I'd like to thank our camera guy for showing up today.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the step-in camera guy. So I apologize to the audience, but this is gonna be a first-time camera guy job. We'll see how this goes. I was just supposed to be a colorful personality, but now the camera guy.
Now you have responsibilities.
So which game are we actually going to first here, Skywalker?
We are going into the Team 1 versus Overloaded Business. I think that's going to be our first viewing. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Archon because a lot of people think he is the best player in the tournament. He is a diamond. I think he's upper level diamond. He might be diamond 1, close to masters. So he's one of the best players in the tournament, and I'm saying that. I really hope he follows through. It's sometimes hard when all eyes are on you, but we're really going to be focusing in on Archon. A lot of guys have talked and said that he is going to be a force to reckon with. So I'm really excited to check him out and see if all the hype is there. So here we go. I think the teams have been selected. I'm going to go ahead and go live.
No pressure, Archon. No pressure.
All right. Looks like teams have been selected. We got a 2-minute delay until the game starts. Let's see. Team 1, Azamir with the freaking caster pick. We got Jinx on Kyo. We got Zen. I called the Zenzao. I knew he was going to go one of the two. On top with the
Zack Saber's playing the Dr. Mundo.
Dr. Mundo. You've got, I'm stumbling over my own words.
Andrew the 13th is bringing in the Carmen. Now this is actually a really strong composition here. You have a lot of crowd control built into this with the stuns that Karma can throw out, as well as the roots from Jinx. And the stun that you get out of Syndra's pick.
Right.
You have a lot of slow stuns and really high damage, and a good mix of damage too, both physical and AD damage and AP damage as well. Looking on the other side, you see Shen.
Akshan. Oh my gosh, that is going to be nuts. Plays is actually insane on Akshan, so that's going to be fun to watch.
And for those of you who don't know, because I know Akshan is a bit of a newer character, he's got an ability that allows him to bring people back into the game early from their respawn timers. And
so overpowered. Oh my god.
Well, it can definitely put an end to a strong push after a otherwise failed team fight, or it can even bolster your strength if you win the team fight, but let's say maybe you lose somebody in there, this is going to give you an opportunity to bring that player back instantaneously. And that's, depending on what level you're at, that's somewhere between 30 seconds and a minute of playtime that's now no longer lost. Coming in with the Seraphine and the Varus also, that's going to be a lot of attack speed and area of effect damage, along with the Olaf pick for some really strong jungling early on. Now, I don't know who wins between these two junglers.
Listen, let me tell you guys, Zenzao with Primey, he really, really likes that pick. He got one of his comfort picks, so I think he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Now, let's note at Rocky, he was obviously off pick. They probably banned out his Lux, I'm assuming, because he loves that Lux. So he's playing a little off role.
We got chat giving all the love to Rocky right now. They're chanting his name.
yeah, Rocky. All right, here we go.
Oh, we got the first fight of the game right off the bat, going up to the top side of Blue Jungle.
On the top side.
Viewing, have it already flashed right up. We're 40 seconds in. There's a flash burnt. We got wards going down over the blue side.
In the game.
Red team's pulling back. Everyone's going to resume position, it looks like. Viewey's moving down to the red buff on the blue side.
This is a perfect example of why it's important to actually cover all of your entrances. It is a bad habit in League of Legends gaming where people will not cover each entrance into their side's jungle. And what you should do is you should have at least one character present in every possible entrance so that you can just see the enemy team coming, possibly drop a ward there if you absolutely need to. I personally prefer to hold my wards for just a little bit later. Although the jungle trick with their ward and then to go into a sweeper is now becoming very popular.
Right.
Rocky over there putting that word tri-bush.
Early trades with plays.
All right, with this we've got both teams starting actually on opposite sides of the jungle. So that means by the time that Primal is done clearing, he'll be prepared for a gank on bottom, while Viewey will probably be looking for something around the top lane. Let's see here. Mid lane's got some action. They're already doing some trading going off there. Bot lane's being a little bit more passive. Mundo, not necessarily super aggressive, but after the changes, I actually really like him. I was worried because I was a big Mundo fan. And when I heard they were going to change him, I was not sure if I was going to like it. But I actually do like new Mundo a lot, especially with the animations with the corporate Mundo skin, which I have. It's just funny to walk around in a little toy car.
Right. I have something of note. Azamir and top lane took teleport, so let's expect some action in the bot lane. Look for those wards in those bushes.
Ooh, Seraphine getting the root off.
Oh my goodness, that's
really
a lot
interesting. It's actually really interesting that Shen, who has a teleport built into his ultimate, also took teleport, so he will be hyper mobile in being able to create lane pressure.
Right, he's going to be able to go back into lane after he ganks bottom lane, but bottom lane will not. He's going to get a little bit of a CS lead there. Ooh!
Got the full combo stun going on plays in the mid lane. Is there any chance you could pull up our CS count here, Skywalker? I want to kind of see who's getting the leads here in each lane. So yeah, Shen, despite having gone to Leash in the top lane, has managed to maintain a CS lead, albeit small. Looks like we've got Primal maintaining the lead over Viewey in the jungle. Syndra, as we just saw, Azamir has managed to keep that lead. He's putting a lot of pressure on plays mid, though, as we saw already. Bot lane is fairly even, with Recon having a slight lead over Kaio right now. And you can see that they are putting a lot of pressure on Kaio and Andrew here, keeping them under turret for the most part. But that Seraphine hit was actually pretty nasty, getting that max range root there.
This Olaf's coming around behind the end here.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Primal is seconds ahead.
Oh man, the Jinx trap actually landed, and the slow from Karma really pulling off the safety net there. If it hadn't been for that, we probably would have seen our first blood going on. Looks like Xin Zhao making a move on mid lane, coming in to make a gank on plays. Plays just noping on out of there with that high mobility that you have. Oh my god, that character.
And that's one of the most interesting things about Akshan. Akshan not only has that dash, but he also has the invisibility built into his kit, as well as the movement speed burst that he can get off of his auto attacks. So if you can master that,
here we go,
it makes you an incredibly mobile champion.
I'm actually a little concerned with Azamir having taken as much damage after that gank there. It's going to allow plays an opportunity to push quite hard against it without.
Here we go.
Here it is. There it is, right there. Oh man, the push luckily saving her, and luckily, despite the health advantage, plays did have a lack of mana there. We see Mundo top with Shen. Honestly, Mundo's early game, just with his abilities, if he's not able to get that health cost back, you end up kind of slowly chipping away at yourself, even if you poke. Ooh. but getting that undying grasp on Shen right there tipped the scales as far as health right off the bat. We got Rocky and Recon over here. Everyone's just kind of being passed from the bot lane. We've got blue side pushing in.
Wait, nope, not backing.
Zack Sabre trying to make sure that Jocko Loco doesn't get a free moment here. Jocko Loco, I have a feeling, almost seemed like he was trying to bait something the way he's recalling right there in the open. I think he's trying to get Zack Sabre to overextend. Though Olaf Primal is not even in the top side of the jungle, so I wonder what Jocko Loco has in store for that. Now we see that blue side's changed at the bottom, is pushing them under turret. You're going to probably see a lot of back and forth coming from their teams there. We got a fight actually going on top.
Guys,
I was going to say Zack Sabre's pushing.
I want you to take a look at that gold. It's 8.5 to 8.2. Everybody's keeping it tight. Nobody's making any mistakes. It's pretty even right now as far as gold's concerned.
It's pretty even.
Oh, Olaf using the burst flower to hop over the wall. Such bad timing for Olaf there. Not realizing that they were doing dragon already from blue team. Oh man, that was quick.
Oh my gosh. Primey giving up first blood's gonna hurt. They're gonna take that dragon, I believe. There it is.
That's dragon plus
Drake.
almost 1,000 gold league for the blue team now. What dragon was that? Earth Drake. Okay, so we've got some bonus resistances going on for the blue team. Got plays looking to get Azamir here. Get a little poke in, not able to really.
Syndra's such a difficult champion to play against, though. She has so many ways to self peel, and she does so much damage.
Uh-oh, up in the top lane.
Zach pushing real hard right here, trying to get these last hits on Jocko Loco, and those Mundo Cleavers will hurt really bad. So, especially if he's been putting all of his points into it, we're going to see those things just chunk. Ooh, Jocko going in for the push.
Jocko.
Oh, this is... Ooh, Cleaver missed! Oh, no.
That's top lane. That does hurt. Oh my god.
Oh, Biz is in chat asking if we can leave up the CS counter. If you want to just keep that up for us, Skywalker, we'll keep that going throughout the stream. See here.
We'll just take it down if there's a spot where we really need the vision of the spot.
I'm a little worried about Azumi here because Plays is keeping really hard pressure, and you're not kidding. Syndra is such a high skill champion.
Decent
Rocky
stun
getting
there,
that. Rocky got both of them in the route. They were Seraphine.
Okay, bottom lane is backing with a decent CS lead.
Yeah, it definitely seems like
Recon is not letting a single minion go. Look at that is nuts.
It's also really impressive. I don't know if you've noticed, but if you recall, just a short while ago, the blue side had almost 1,000 gold lead, and the red side has really cut that down.
Here.
Yeah, they've already almost evened it out. It's only point 400 right now difference.
Definitely. Still looking to see which team is going to start taking some plates first. Nobody has been able to get any shots on towers.
No plates.
I'm not gonna lie though, that CS lead in bottom lane, if they can't get that under control, we're gonna see a major shift there. That 10 CS might not seem like a lot now, but it'll build up, especially if Recon can keep it going. We've got Jocko Loco. I was gonna say I expect him to play a lot more aggressively now that he's gotten that first kill lead on Zach here, and we can see him already doing that.
And you know what? That's gonna cause
like
pressure bottom as well.
The Rift Herald too.
Oh yeah, we've got Primal over there smacking it up. Let's see if he's able to get it. He actually should be able to get it just fine. Viewey is all the way in the bot lane. There's no way he's going to get up there in time. With Jocko Loco keeping Zach too far back to get any vision on it. And, of course, Azamir is focused on trying to keep things even there in the mid lane.
And we talked before all these games started about just being able to get to those other objectives and put pressure on. Having lost the Drake earlier, it was incredibly important for Olaf to get over there and get to that Rift Herald.
Yeah, now that he's got it, there's going to be a lane that has a really bad day. Man, Zach, though, maintaining a pretty hefty CS lead over on Jocko Loco. It's not as bad, considering the fact that Jocko Loco does have the bonus gold from the first kill, or from the kill on Zach. But if he's able to keep expanding on that, he'll easily get past that gold limit. Both of our junglers are pretty close in their gold as well, with Viewey having a 6. Well, both of them actually just now even out on CS. And Azamir while taking that pressure from plays is keeping that CS lead for sure. We can see here in the bot lane that Recon is still maintaining a pretty average 10 CS lead over Kaio though, and that's gonna be problematic if they can't catch up to that, especially with the kind of crowd control that they have down there. I mean, with Varus's ult and Seraphine's roots, if they get one good combo on, they could burst the team down pretty quick.
Absolutely. And it's actually going to be a really interesting matchup as it moves forward, too, because Varus and Jinx are very evenly matched champions in the late game and early game. So I think that the duel between those...
lane.
Oh, the bottom lane is open now with no Varus ult.
I think the main thing to take away there is that look at the Vision bot lane. They had 3 different...
Choco Loco getting in trouble here. Zach going on for the kill.
They were fully prepared for that Olaf gank. And now they can set up for the dragon.
So now Mundo not only has the 20 CS lead, but now he also has a kill. He's evened that kill up. And so he's going to start getting some plates here, and that's the first time that we're going to see some plates fall.
Yep, that plate's already down. We've got a dragon coming back up in.
I think top lane is their win condition, absolutely. Which is interesting that he got.
Bottom lane!
Oh, Syndra coming down for the gank. With the Jinx ultimate to finish.
And like that, Blue is out to almost a 2,000 gold lead in 30 seconds.
Absolutely, and they also get this Ocean Drake, which means they have another win condition. Not only is top ahead, but they are also going to have that Drake win condition.
Red team's not going to let it go easy, though. They're trying to put pressure on it, but they were a little too late. Ooh, Karma staying on the mid lane. Syndra getting a lot of pressure, though. There she goes. Ooh, 3 kills. Mundo really trying to even it out here, but it's going to be a losing fight.
Archon with the Q.
All right, well, that
gives Red Team a huge gold lead, or actually, it puts them back even with the Blue Team. But they did not come away with that Drake. So the win condition is now Drake's. I believe they have 2-0 with the Blue Team ahead.
Yeah, but giving up 4 kills for that Drake's a rough trade. I'm not gonna lie. If they'd be able to disengage that properly, I think.
Throwing out the Rift Herald mid. Can they get anything here?
It looks like they're not going to get the turret down, but just having that extra bonus gold is really going to have helped out there. And you'll see now, it looks like the red team has actually moved out ahead after having been down almost 2,000 gold just a short while ago. And I mean, literally, that is the difference.
Is Archon caught out here?
Oh, the Varus ult back up. Got both of them with it, but
he got the kill.
1-for-1. So
1-for-1.
And the Jinx did not get the kill there. The Karma did.
So and then Syndra actually, I don't know if y'all just saw that. Syndra wasted teleport going down to bot lane.
That trade. Oh my god. He somehow was caught out and wins the trade. This guy's insane.
More than Dork says, sounds like the casters can't decide. More than Dork is in the chat saying, sounds like the casters can't decide who's play-by-play and who is color.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Everybody's excited. We're all so excited.
We are the most professional crew you'll ever find.
Oh, look at this engage we got going on mid. Man, Olaf, once he has that Ragnarok going, is just unstoppable, and he can be so mean when there's just nothing you can do to peel him off you.
Absolutely. It can be a really rough matchup. One of the things that I'm really excited about in this game is just the idea of these powerhouse units that each team has. You've got Jinx and Syndra, who can just bring massive amounts of damage really quickly, just very high DPS champions on the blue side. But then you've got the Varus and Akshan on the other end. So what this does is it's created a little bit of an imbalance. There's a lot of AD with the red team and not very much AP. You got the Seraphine, but that's just not going to provide all that much damage. It's not her job. The blue team, however, is much more balanced, and I want to see how they're able to utilize those strengths and weaknesses as they go throughout the game, and what items they build to counteract one another.
We got something going on here mid, guys. Something brewing.
Real quick, can you actually give us the objective timers? I noticed that we don't have those enabled right now.
Yeah. How do I enable those? Sorry, viewers. This is a first-time camera job here.
It's funny because it's like if I was there, I would know how to turn it on, but without looking at it, I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't do this. That's not my job.
There it is, N. Yeah, the N button. Toggle objective timers.
It looks like the Rift Herald is back up now. Zen Zhao is topside, looking to create some pressure on the Shen here, but it looks like he could be choosing to back off instead of just start clearing some wards, which is important. You've got to keep your vision game strong, and people don't take clearing wards as seriously as they should.
No, vision wins games for sure.
Absolutely. You've got Archon is now teleporting back. Well, no, he's working on teleporting back in the bottom lane. You've got Syndra is alone, just being able to free farm mid right now, and she's working up a good gold lead or a good CS lead over top of Akshan. Even though she doesn't have the kills that Akshan has, it's still early in the game, and each wave is worth more gold than you actually get from a champion kill. So for her to have that, it's basically the same thing as her having a kill to have that 10 or 12 extra CS. You know,
I'm a little concerned actually about Jocko here playing as aggressive as he is, because Mundo's cleavers are really wearing him down on his health.
Well, they do have percent health damage, and that is going to absolutely decimate a tank.
The other main concern is they're about to give up first tower top if he makes this back here. He's definitely not going to back.
And they're over here getting ready to engage on the Inferno Dragon, so there's not much support that he'll be up there. So if Jocko can't hold it, that's going to be the first turret for the blue side. But at the same time, red team really does need a dragon, because right now they're at 2-0 right now for those dragon objectives.
Well, if they're able to get the Infernal Drakes, then that's going to really turn around. Well, the first tower fell. Mundo got the first tower.
Zack Saber just said, forget it, I'm Mundo. Chasing down Jocko.
The Varus got used in that fight down at the Drake. And
huge kill top.
Zack Saber. Olaf got the Infernal Drake.
Oh my god, this is huge.
Coming in here. Oh, they blocked it. So no kill for Akshan.
We've got Vui going in.
He's taken out. Got the shutdown gold. Got an extra 100 gold for that.
They got the red team got the Drake, but
are they gonna dive? Oh,
they lost a huge gold lead here, and
Archon's going down again.
Oh my gosh,
Karma. That's going to be a very strong
tower as well. The ADC is going to push that tower. Look how many control wards they have in that. They have 4 control wards. That is vision control. If anything we take away from this, vision wins games.
That's right. Although I did notice that yet again, the Jinx picked up a couple of kills in that fight, but she had the opportunity to get the kill on the Varus right there and was unable to do that. It went to the Karma again. The Karma actually has 4 kills to Jinx's 2. And while Karma is definitely a strong champion, you really want to try to funnel those kills to your ADC. No, Jinx doesn't do a lot of damage early on, but if you can get her to the point where she's sitting there chunking people for 200 and 300 damage every 10th of a second, then that's going to be a lot more important than having Karma be able to put out the same amount of damage every 2 or 3 seconds.
Absolutely.
I just want to say props to props to Azamir there, doing a great disengage against plays when plays try to engage. That Syndra wave was coming in clutch there. And also, real quick, more than Dork, just let you know, I appreciate the comment. I wasn't calling you out. Appreciate it. He said respect. Respect to the casters.
Oh no, absolutely. We're all out here just having a good time. Oh my god.
That stun. Oh, but the Varus turning around with the ult.
They got him. They picked him off.
Olaf taking all the damage. Rocky will do next. Double kill. Triple kill.
Olaf took that 1 second to debate going back to re-engage, and that cost him his life. Primal took the kill there. He should have just kept on running with Ragnarok active.
Blue team has taken a major gold lead after that second win. And they're coming down with this Rift Herald.
They are up almost 4,000 gold right now, and Team Loaded Business is just taking care of business.
They are absolutely taking care of business. I think this might be 2 turrets.
Yep, there it is.
They
There we
have
go.
broken.
See
the
if they
mid lane.
get
That's
that
gonna
Rift Turtle to
create
hit the
a
third
lot of
one.
map pressure.
Nope.
No, Red
Not
team
having
wasn't
that
going to let that
tower
happen.
safety net to run back to is a really big deal. Not having that that middle sanctuary and having also lost both their top and bottom turrets just within the last couple of minutes, the blue team is really taking it to the red team right now, and they're going to be
Absolutely.
struggling moving forward. They're going to have to really turtle up into defense and see if they can get Archon to stop the bleeding here.
Like I said
Yeah.
a little bit earlier, blue team has a lot of map control. You'll notice their warding, their objectives. They've taken control of the map through towers, whereas the red team started off with kills. I think we've seen that the blue team is really taking it to them with those objectives. They've got two drakes to the one drake on red team, so they've got a win condition there. Now they've got a win condition through map control. Let's see what they do with their further warding. I'm really interested to see if they do some.
Yes. Okay. Seems like we might have lost Skywalker for a second.
Sorry, my mic's on. I hope they ward a little bit into their jungle. I'm trying to figure out these camera controls as well while I'm also commentating. So it's a learning experience as we're having this fun times together.
Yes, Herr Director. So it looks like the red team, if they wanted to, is in a position to try to get back a little bit of their objectives. You can see them swinging over to top lane. They might try to make a play on Mundo, maybe get top tower while they're over here. And if they're able to do that, if they ward correctly while they're here, they could try to make a play on Baron, although I don't expect that they will.
This is really interesting. Red team is invading the blue team's jungle, and nobody made any sort of action towards them. They want the Drake. I think they want this third Drake. They want that win condition. But here the red team is going, trading it for Baron. Oh my goodness. Let's see if Mundo has anything to say about this.
Very risky call.
Absolutely. I think
Dragon Pit at the same time.
I think they're gonna drop two. They're gonna take both. They're gonna push them off the Baron, and they're gonna get the Drake. This is the best of both worlds for blue team.
That's a really interesting decision to try to basically choose to sacrifice the Drake in an effort to try and get.
Look at that Jinx ult on the back line. That was amazing.
Definitely a good ultimate, but I don't know how much it actually netted for them. She didn't get any kills out of that.
No kills, but they got them off Baron. Nobody died, so not bad. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Top lane did die. Mundo
both teams lost their top lane.
Yeah.
Akshan looking to come in on behind. That fucking Azumor's got that flash out of there.
Azumir stun. He gets the double kill.
Syndra picks up a couple of kills right there. That moves her. That's her first 2 kills of the match. But that's going to give her an excellent goal to get her a little bit closer to that next item.
I think they can force Baron here. They're going for it.
Yep. Looks like she's going to be building into a Zhonya's Hourglass. Do they have enough damage? Yeah, they do, of course, with
absolutely with the Jinx
right there. Well, I was more concerned for them just to be able to tank the Baron, but it looks like with the Xin Zhao being there, they should have more than enough damage and hit points to be able to suffer through this.
I'm sitting here going, what skin does Azumir have on that Syndra? I don't think I've seen that one yet.
That looks like Spirit Blossom, maybe?
I think you're probably right. I haven't seen the one with the flowers yet. That's pretty cool. I love the skins that they make for this game. They do a lot of good job with the work. Man, Zach is just murdering plays.
My goodness.
Oh, this is not good for the red team.
Yeah, the Mundo is really taking over this game right now.
Absolutely.
He just solo killed Akshan in the middle. You've got Primal's down, Akshan's down, Varus is down. You really have no good responses here with the Shin and the Seraphine are not going to be able to push them off of this together if they dedicate themselves to breaking this middle lane open. which it looks like they're not gonna dedicate themselves to. It's a
No,
bunch
I'm-
of interesting calls today.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that. You would have thought that they'd gone and pushed it through and it was on the death timers. Or I thought maybe they're rotating down towards bottom, but it seems like they're mostly just clearing the jungle at the moment.
I just feel like it's kind of a bad call. I feel like it's not ending the game when you have an opportunity to do so. They could have easily broken open that turret. You had 4 players there versus 2, and only
Just
one
remember,
of those players
guys.
has any kind of counter push.
And a
Now-
Baron buff.
Now, hear me out on this, guys. Look at their shutdown counters: 500, 150, 300, 300. They've got a lot of gold sitting on them, and if they die pushing out bot lane or mid lane, they might throw a big gold lead. So I think what the I guess call was to play it safe, go back, buy some items, make sure we retain this gold lead and this win. I think they've got a lot of win conditions. The dragon is 3-1. They've got Baron, so they got 300 gold apiece. They went back and spent that gold, and now they've got item leads. So
Yeah, my apologies more than Dork. That's probably my fault. I've been calling Zach Saber just Zach, and he's been listening and not watching, and he's been very confused, and just now realizing that Zach is not Zach, but Mundo.
I'm not gonna lie. I have
That
had to
is
work my
pretty
head around
funny.
that every time you do that, but I knew what you were doing, and I just
Zach
had to kind
Saber.
of work through that one there.
Excellent.
So, I mean, I agree with what you're saying, Skywalker, and I think that's definitely a safe play to make, but I don't know that it was the right play to make. You had no objectives on that side of the map, and you couldn't go get a Drake, you couldn't go get a tower. There was no kill down there to get to. The only real play that you had, particularly with a Baron buff and a 4
Ooh, that Varus ult.
A big
Oh.
shutdown for the Archon.
Could this work out? Is he gonna live?
Shaka Loco with the
Shen coming in with the
no.
ultimate.
No, he
Archon
is
was
not gonna
written
live.
down by Zach Saber. Oh, this is going to be bad for the red team.
Oh, Zach Saber.
This is definitely a
Mundo
middle
just
inhibitor.
steamrolled over that team fight.
This is
And now
definitely a middle
you're really
inhibitor.
starting to see that Cinder damage come into play. She picked up another kill in that fight. The Jinx is coming into her own. She picked up 3 kills over the course of this action. Xin Zhao is ahead 6-1 versus 1-4.
I think you're just starting to feel that 9K gold lead at this point.
Yeah, they've really just kind of built themselves into a powerhouse. And I don't know what the red team's response is going to be at this point unless
And
they're
now-
able to start putting together some real objectives.
And now here comes Soul Drake. It's all played out perfectly.
That's
Well,
right.
with that first inhibitor down, they're going to have constant pressure mid, so red team's going to have to be on the defensive here or risk losing big.
Getting that extra damage off of the Soul Drake passive is going to be just a really big deal. They're already out damaging the enemy team, and to be that much further ahead now, I don't know how red team's going to come back unless there is just some major plays. You can see Olaf now. Primal's sitting here trying to make a play on this Karma, but he just doesn't have the vision, and he can't pursue that play. He could have probably won that trade if he could have kept pursuing her, but the positions that they're in due to their lack of vision and lack of map control is really becoming a hindrance, and I just don't know what they're going to be able to do.
Absolutely. It's just suffocating at all ends of the map. Top, bottom, now even mid are really taking control. With that Fire Drake, like you mentioned earlier, Dacius, the damage is really going to be a problem for red team.
And real quick, Skywalker, we've got a question from the chat again. They want to confirm the team names here. So who do we have here on the blue side?
The blue side is Team Business, Overloaded Business, and the red team is Team 1. So they've really put a lot of
Ooh. Sorry, that Varus ult caught Viewy there. I was hoping to see if they were going to be able to play off that, but they managed to get out that extraction by the blue team to get Viewy out of that
This
situation.
is a great
It was lovely.
disengage by blue. Because they know that their top laner is bottom, so they didn't want to fight there. That was a great disengage.
More than Dork from the chat here has an FYI for you, Skywalker. Hold Control, Shift, and Z, and then use the scroll wheel to zoom out beyond standard limits.
Oh, Control
Shift Z.
C. Hey.
Ooh,
Ooh.
we're getting professional now.
Holy crap!
We're getting professional now.
Look
What's
at that. We
going
appreciate
on?
that more than Dork. Thank you very much.
Zack Saber is continuing to put a lot of pressure all over the map. The Mundo is such a big stat block. They can catch up to him, but where he's at now, he's going to be next to impossible to kill for at least 5 to 10 minutes, unless he just goes chaotic stupid.
Man,
Absolutely,
and
and you know he's
Olaf.
going to be running straight at that back line.
Most definitely. The Seraphine and the Varus have nowhere to hide from him. Unless you can get the peel from the Shen, I mean, you just really have to be concentrating on proper team fight plays. If you can't make those plays right now, you are not going to come back from this gold deficit. I mean, they're up almost 10,000 gold at this point.
If you just look at their item
Absolutely.
builds, you can see the disparity. I mean, it's pretty bad. Olaf only having 2 items, plus boots built right now versus for instance, Mundo, who's got a couple of them, and he's keeping up wards and everything. We
Here
got
it
blue
comes.
team
They're
getting
making plays.
engaged.
I think this is the ending play
Archon
right
goes
here.
down. There goes the Seraphine. Shin is teleporting back. He's not going to make it in time. There goes the first inhibitor. Nexus turret. There goes second Nexus turret. And there goes the Nexus itself. And we have a victory.
GG, boys.
That's first round to overloaded business there.
That's right.
Overloaded
Yes.
business.
Congratulations on your victory.
GG, guys. That was fun.
And,
And,
like you predicted, Skywalker, Azmer was a big part of that victory.
I tried to
that
tell you
center damage
guys.
and crowd control was a big deal.
Absolutely. I told you not to sleep on Azamir. He may not be the higher ranked player, but he is consistently taking down diamonds and plats left and right. He is a guy we're gonna probably be seeing later on in this tournament. I really think he's gonna make his way into the finals. Don't sleep on this team. Team overloaded business. Awesome. And I just want to say to the viewers, sorry about the camera control glitches or whatever. This is my first time.
Now, I think we still got a couple of other games going, Skywalker. You want to pop into one of these and see if we can watch some other action we've got going on?
Absolutely.
Looks like I think K-Style's game. I showed that they've got something still going.
Yeah, Bot Diff, oh my god, is playing.
All right, let's go into their game and see if we can see what's going on there.
Now let's see, who do we have here? So we've got Team K-Style, which is one of the ones that we talked about before all these matchups. These are the guys, they were going to come in and select their positions on the team as needed on a per game basis. Looks like they are very early into their matchup. We have only 3 towers down. Is mid turret down on blue side? So yeah, so we've got 5 total towers down. They're 22 minutes into their game. It looks fairly even, although the red team has the advantage right now. Drakes are split down the middle. Looks like the red team got the early Drakes, but that the blue team has come back and picked up a pair of Earth Drakes, which are arguably more powerful than the Infernal and the Ocean Drakes that the red team has picked up. That will give you extra damage and sustain, but the Earth Drake gives you that extra armor and magic resist, and that is incredibly powerful. So if they can keep that up, it'll turn a not tanky team very tanky. You've also got the Vayne, which is going to be really good against the Tam Kench and the Amumu here.
And real quick, just so you know, Andrew, hashtag supports get ignored. I disagree. I love our supports. Karma pulling off a lot of good plays actually in that last game, and in here we've got we've got Joe on Lux for support, and we've got who's our support for our red team here? Is it a Mumu
It looks
support?
like we got looks like we have Luxy Poo.
No, for red team.
Oh, for red team, it looks like probably Tam Kench would be my guess, or maybe a Mumu. I can't see the item very well. I think they probably sold their support items, so I'm guessing it's a Moo.
Oh yeah, no. Amumu still has a support item. It's an Amumu support.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, there it is over there. Okay, yeah.
Tom Kench top. Yeah, I saw the TP on Tom Kench. I figured he must have been top. We got a Baron play going on right now. Blue team trying to come and engage. Red team trying to skirt the outside, but Silas going in on blue team, making sure that red team can't do anything about it. Gets shut down by Jarvan though. Ooh.
Up. K-Star with the flash. Jarvan also with the
this
flash.
Vayne should be able to catch up. Oh my gosh, and there comes the Amumu out of. Oh, and Vayne goes down. Silas is down. The blue team got the Baron buff, but they are losing this fight.
Andrew, what do I always tell you? Do not overchase. Do not overchase.
That's right. That's right. And Lux goes down. Ezreal picked up a kill there. Really starting to go back into red team's favor a little bit. I mean, they were ahead to begin that, but I would have thought that with the Baron buff that the blue team would have really been able to utilize that and pull ahead. It looks like they just made bad plays, and that's what we're talking about. You've got to make those team fight winning plays, and you can't just run in and be selfish with your play.
I'm a bit concerned at how aggressive blue team is going after losing some of their Baron buffs already, and them being behind a bit in that gold lead. If they manage to lose these Baron buffs, then the trade was for nothing, and they haven't pushed any objectives or anything with it. So they got to make sure that they utilize it to the best of their ability, even if it's only purely from a defensive standpoint. If they can get that pressure off of them and switch back over to the red side, they can try to engage on more objectives. But with them having lost their entire outer tier of turrets and already one of their mid tier turrets, it's going to be hard for them to maintain that map control if they don't put out wards. Noticing that, do we have only blue? I think we only have blue team vision enabled right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to enable the other side. Let's see, F3. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. All right, yeah. I was about to say red team has no wards out, and
it's all right. You were forgiven.
I'm having my way with these controls. We'll see how it goes for the rest of the tournament.
You'll only get better as the day goes on.
Absolutely.
So it looks to me here like the red team is utilizing their tankiness to get ahead. I am definitely interested to see as this game continues forward how the Vayne is able to pull it together. She's currently only 5-4, and she's down about 50 CS from the Ezreal. Which is a really tough position to be in.
Oh my goodness! This Vayne might take over.
All I had to do was say it out loud, right?
Watch the Vayne. Watch the Vayne.
Here you go. Let's see.
This is a Vayne game. If he can play this right,
he's going after the Ezreal. Oh, he missed his Q there. Missed his Q there. He was supposed to.
Now they're gonna go for the Drake.
Roll forward, but he ran into the terrain.
They're going for another win condition. They're going for that Drake.
That's smart. That's smart play right there.
And honestly, I think the extra survivability from having 3 of those Earth Drakes is actually going to be pretty handy. With them being behind, being able to stay in these fights longer and avoid getting picked out quite as easily is going to be a massive assist to help them turn these tides.
And as you noticed, their gold lead has been cut a little bit, and most of that gold has gone on to Vayne, which is really a problematic for red team.
That's right. She picked up 3 kills in that fight, and that is going to basically put her in a position now where, that CS difference just isn't quite as bad. When Ezreal's only got 3 kills and she's got 8, that's basically got her ahead in gold at this point.
Absolutely.
Especially with shutdown gold on top of just the regular 300 that you get from a kill.
Yeah, and once Vayne hits that 3rd item, everybody knows that's her power spike, and she can really start to go off. So I think, Vayne is somebody that we're going to have to keep an eye on for the rest of the game.
It's going to be really important. Let's see, who's playing? It's going to be really important for K-Style here to utilize his positioning in the back of the group. If he gets picked off, that's basically an auto loss in a fight because the rest of the team has no way to handle all these tanks. So if the red team can go after K-Style and get to him on the back line, I think that the Jarvan and the Tam Kench are going to be very integral to putting them in a position to win.
Yeah, I think you're right. Jarvan's going to be a key to red team's victory, making sure that he lands that ult on Vayne. Vayne specifically.
Yes. If
Get a
they
little
can
bit of
go
it.
in there, if they can go in there and start with just a good Amumu ult and lock down the rest of the team, that should really put them in a position to win. They've got to get through these wave pushes though, and they really need to get the next two Drakes. If the red team can come back and get those next two Drakes, then that's going to create a significant debuff on those 3 Earth Drakes they have now. Because if you've got 2 and they've got 3, well, not really a big difference. And plus, you'll have the soul at that point, plus extra damage, plus extra regen.
I think Joe's doing a really good job at putting out that poke with the Lux. He's putting out a pretty decent amount of damage. And they can't step up to the minions because of the Malzahar.
This is another example, too, of teams that are very heavily catered to one side or the other. The red team is mostly physical damage. You do have the Amumu in there for some AP damage, but he's just your support. He's not going to be doing a ton of AP damage, and he doesn't have the poke. When you're on the blue team here, you've got Vayne dishing out massive amounts of AD and true damage. You've got Lux, you've got Malzahar, you've got Silas, who are pumping just tons and tons of AP into the enemy champions. You only have one item to build here if you're trying to counter that AD damage of the enemy team. And it just makes it a lot easier, given the fact also that team doesn't have a lot of high damage dealing on it in the first place. It's going to make it very difficult. They've got to be very concise with their plays here. If they can't get to that vein, then I don't know how the red team will come back, even though they're in the lead right now.
Also, real quick for your Skywalker, we got another tip. This one coming from Nightlink. On the bottom scoreboard, you should be able to rearrange them if you want to put them in order of their positioning.
Absolutely. Let's see if I can do that. Move that Vayne to the top to match their ADC. Looks like they've got a Lux as a support. I believe we have a Mumu as in a support lane as well.
The Ezreal is actually the ADC, not the Lucian.
Ezreal's is the ADC?
Yeah.
Okay, Lucian mid.
Yeah, the Lucian is mid, yes.
Got it. And then we got jungle versus... Sorry. Apologize, boys.
Hey, we're just getting it figured out. I mean, this is not your primary gig, so we're just happy to have you even getting us to this point. So thank you for your labors.
No problem, no problem.
Oh my gosh, looks like we have they're picking them off. They got the
pretty good there, Lucian ult there. Engage with the Tom Kench.
Got Olaf's running. He's not.
Remember, keep an eye on that Vayne. It's like cat and mouse. Keep an eye on the Vayne.
Who is playing their Malzahar? What is that name? Anitane? Is that a player? Who is that? That's not on our list.
Oh yeah, we've had a fill of some sort. Skywalker, do you know?
Which champion are you talking about?
Malzahar on the blue team.
Who is playing Malzahar? Who is that?
Let's check him out. Malzahar's getting the big shout out. Antane.
Yeah, he's not. So next time that we run this, we're going to actually have people.
So that I believe is one of K-Style's good friends that he actually brought into the Discord. I'm actually really happy to say that there's been a lot of new players in this tournament, and that's just another new player.
And as the Lucian goes down, that's a big shutdown too for the Silas.
Absolutely, that puts blue team ahead. They're gonna probably go for this freaking Baron. Oh my god, this is really risky.
Particularly with the Lucian down, I don't know how they're going to stop them. They would have to get that Amumu ult in there. Nope, not going to happen. They're no contest.
Real quick, we got Azmir in the chat giving a shout out to his support. Andrew there, just wanted to read that out for everybody because we got to support the supports. Don't leave them behind, otherwise they leave you behind.
Andrew the 13th did an excellent job in that previous game. I agree.
A big shout out to Andrew.
We got Luxus pushing in the top lane. Took a tower hit there, but no big deal. She's gonna be able to get a little bit further here. You see her using her Baron to back. I think red team is just on the back foot here, and they've really got to come up with some kind of strategy to get themselves back in this, because right now I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know that they have enough. Bizarrely, having an Amumu and an Olaf and a Jarvan, or not an Olaf, sorry. Having the Jarvan, Amumu, and Tam Kench, I don't know that they have enough engage to counter this team.
Plus, they're getting tankier and tankier. If you remember correctly, red team had a pretty decent gold lead. They've cut that to about 2,000 now. They also maintained the two objectives, Mountain Drake and Baron. So, like I said, they've got a lot of pressure here.
Well, the red team did pick up that. The red team did pick up that fourth Earth Drake, which is a big deal, because you do want to counteract that bonus tankiness that these squishies are getting here, because they're starting to meet you in terms.
Welcome
of
to the chat, Enigma. Glad you could come join us. Spartan, we've got Spartan in the chat here real quick, Skywalker, saying you've got your scoreboard at the bottom in reverse order. You started with bot lane and moved to top, and it should be from top to bottom.
Oh, he'll be fine. Don't you worry.
All right, we got blue team coming in. There's that first inhibitor down.
Right now, blue team is tearing down the red team's base.
This might be the winning push. And there you see it, K-Style. I told you to look out for that Vayne.
That's right. There we go. And it looks like they're going to shut it down and put a stop here.
Vayne takes him home. K-Style.
Great
there
game.
Goes excuse me. So there goes let's see. Only here to beat Tree Star.
Let's take a look at the stats.
Loaded's team versus K-Style's team, and it looks like K-Style got the best of them there.
Yes. Loaded's team versus K-Style's team. K-Style came out on top with that Vayne. As I told you earlier, once he hits that 3-item power spike, Vayne is dangerous. You got to keep an eye on the Vayne, and it's really hard when you've got an Olaf running at you, a Malzahar holding you down, a Sylas stealing your ult, and a Lux queuing you and ulting you and doing all her fun little artillery damage. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna step away for a second. I'm gonna pass it over to Andrew and Undead Lumberduck to just talk over the game while I go step aside and direct people where to go. I'll be right back, guys.
Absolutely.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the first section of our tournament today completed here. So we're looking forward to seeing what the next matchups are going to be. I don't know if he's actually got an active bracket I can look at here, though.
I can actually stream it for you. I mean,
perfect!
Perfect. Yes. We knew we liked you for a reason.
Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give you the link. I'm going to send it to you so I can actually leave the room without you needing me real quick. Give me 1 second. All right, here is the link to the bracket. It's a live bracket, actually.
Or just send
and everybody else can check it out if you're watching the stream. I've got it posted in the announcements. So go ahead and go under that info tab, check out the announcements. You can check out the live bracket system, or if you want to check it out on the stream, we're about to stream it right now.
All right, so Lumberduck, what do you think of those games that we watched?
I think we've seen a lot of back and forthing actually, which is really nice. Give me 1 second here, real quick, as I get
One second. I apologize.
Well, I think it was really impressive in that first game that we watched. Just like you were saying, back and forth. You know, one team would get up a little bit of a lead, and then the other one would just keep nipping at their heels and come right back. And it wasn't until 15, 20 minutes into the game that it really started to break open for the blue team. Now, in this game, what's incredibly interesting that we watched was that the blue team was down the entire game. The red team had a lead up until just the last minute or two. and was unable to take advantage of that lead. They just did not have their carries in a position to take over.
No, and blue team in that last game really did turn that over with the Vayne, especially. I mean, letting, especially with them hitting that cap, and Vayne able to just shred all the tanks that they had on the other team and not enough crowd control going straight onto her. It shows how one keystone player can really turn a difference in these tournaments. Because I mean, they were down 4 or 5 turrets when we started to spectate their match, and blue team still won in the very end.
I think that it's important when you are in champion select, you have the ability to ban champions from the other side. And not only do you need to consider, who a player's strong point is, but if those players on the red team knew that they were going to be taking a really tanky team, why not ban Vayne? Just go ahead and get rid of the number one tank killer in the game. Get rid of Kaisa too. Any champion that can just sit and chunk percentage health damage and doesn't matter how many hit points or how much armor you have, get rid of that champion. Don't let it be a thing to counter you, because everybody knows, if you've played this game for 2 weeks, you know that if the enemy team has tanks, you need to pick Vayne.
Real quick, I want to talk about the 2 games that we didn't get to see. So we've had 2 more matchups that happened while we were watching those first 2 games. One of those matchup being the OGs and Comfy Gaming versus each other. Looks like Comfy Gaming coming out on top there to move on to the semifinals, followed by the match between Pixel Pirates and Team Autofill, which Pixel Pirates took the win there. I'm a little sad because Team Autofill, while being an underdog, was someone I just like rooting for the underdog. Team Autofill, though, for those of you that weren't here at the beginning, Team Autofill was essentially a team made up of people that didn't have a team, which I thought made it really interesting, and would have been real fun to see them continue on despite having not had people that worked together previously. So it looks like in our next match, when Skywalker comes back, I think we're talking about having the semifinals each done separately so that we can watch both of those games entirely, and then of course the final matchup by itself. So without having seen the gameplay from Comfy Gaming and Pixel Pirates, what do you think we can expect? I know we read over their little summaries that they gave us earlier. Let's take a look here. Where we got Pixel Pirates with Stats Live, Forster Classy, Remind Award, and that Medic, though. That's the one we were actually talking about with Kog'Maw, Vayne, Kaisa, and then Lulu or Seraphine.
Yes. Now, again, I don't know. Personally, I have not met any of those players to my knowledge, so I don't really know what to say about them. I wish I'd have gotten to see the game. But I can say in regards to, excuse me, I can say in regards to the game between Comfy Gaming and the OGs, I really was wanting to keep my eye on Kuki in that game, and I bet you that she kind of took over that game a little bit. The OGs, with all due respect, are fantastic players, and they know what they're doing and they know how to play. And so for Tree Star and Kuki to both be on that team and be able to assert dominance, I really think that what had to have happened is that they just slowly but surely took advantage of those play styles. I think they were just able to get in and utilize Kuki and Tree Star to the best of their ability. I wonder what King picked.
Well,
I bet you that was a big deal.
And something that I was noticing reading what they sent us beforehand, before the tournament started, is that the Pixel Pirates are actually extremely focused on their bottom lane strategies, while Comfy Gaming was focused on their mid and top. So I'm going to be really interested to see how well these two teams clash with each other, with them pretty much having opposite strategies for this game. And it's going to really come down to, I think, just the skill level of who's able to execute their plan better than the other. If they're focusing on the ADC, then that means they have to really have superior control over their solo lanes. While with the other two, if they're focusing on those solo lanes, they've got to make sure that they keep pressure enough on the bottom lane to keep it from getting steamrolled over.
I definitely think that both options are viable. As we saw in the first game that we watched today, Mundo was able to slowly take over that top lane and really just assert his pressure all over the map. While in the second game, it was actually the Vayne who came back and took control over the game and pulled together that victory. So both have viable options. I do think that it's a little bit easier to win though if your bottom lane is the one that is ahead. You have that extra damage, you have that extra ability to just end it quickly by putting out massive amounts of damage. Now, depending on who those top laners are, though, somebody like a Mundo or a Darius can really just exert pressure and make it almost impossible for the enemy team to come back if you can't keep them under control.
And real quick, shout out again to Enigma's segment, joining us through YouTube recommendations. This is a tournament hosted by a Discord server called the Jedi High Council. Link is in the description if you enjoy playing this kind of stuff. If you want to play on tournaments, you can even bring in your friends, make your own team. And we do these tournaments every now and then with prizes. I should mention there are actually prizes on the line that people are playing for at the moment. And since we're actually getting to the semifinals, we'll have to pester Skywalker when he comes back to see what those prizes are exactly. Oh, perfect timing! Do you want to explain what our prizes are for tonight? Because I don't even know.
I'd love to. And thank you, Lumberduck, for that shout out. I really appreciate it. This is a place that everybody's welcome. It's a family-friendly, fun environment. We do hold customs all the time, so if you're really interested in just playing with friends, good teammates, everybody's going to have a good time, this is the place to be.
Link for the server is in the description.
Yes. Good. Yeah, join up and come have some fun. Like I said, there's a lot of different levels of players. Everybody from bronze all the way till diamond. We have a really just a wide variety of players, and like I said, everybody here is going to be a friendly face. So that being said, the prizes on the line are actually, we spiced it up. We're going to do $50 for the winners, so every single person on the winning team is going to get one of those $10 Riot gift cards. And on top of that, as a tournament, every player in the tournament who participated gets to vote for the MVP of the tournament, and that MVP is going to receive another $10 Riot card. Just to spice it up a little bit and show appreciation to somebody who really showed up at the tournament. Now, we're not going to forget about those second place winners because, it does take a lot to get to second place, and it's a big bummer if you miss out on the big prize. So we did shell out a random mystery skin for every player on the second place team. So I'm really excited about that. I think it's really going to be, it's a cool little extra thing, but it also makes it so, people don't get a little touch and go, if you know what I mean.
And then, real quick, for
this is a free to enter tournament too, isn't it? Like they didn't have to
Absolutely.
pay a fee to get in here. You
There's
just have
no
the
fee.
opportunity to win this prize.
Yeah.
all you had to do was show up.
Absolutely. You just had to show up, and we got 40 people to show up, and we actually had about 5 extras who were wanting to join up. Unfortunately, we didn't have slots for them, but maybe we can get them in next time. So like I said, as these tournaments progress, and as Lumberduck said, we're going to do many more in the future. This is not the only one. So stay tuned for future tournaments, man. They're gonna be a lot of fun ones. This one, it was an all-inclusive tournament. We might even do an upper elo tournament, a lower elo tournament. We're just gonna mix it up and have a good time.
And then real quick, we got Chris in the chat shouting out, giving us some information about their game. Chris is from the OGs team who played against Comfy Gaming, saying that really where their turning point was mid to late game, where Comfy turned the tides on them and pulled ahead and moved on to the semifinals.
So they took the early game, huh? They
Yep.
didn't. They couldn't pull it. That's truly where Edmund, one of our diamond players in the Discord, shines. He really shines in that macro part of the game. He's a chess player at heart, so he's really gonna hammer down on those macro plays, and that's probably why they took him mid to late game. Honestly, I'd assume at least.
Most definitely. So moving on into these next games here, what sort of gameplay do you think that we'll see from these 4 teams moving forward?
So we've got K-Style's team. We know a little bit about what they've got going. K-Style in the back line. I wonder if he's going to play that ADC role and if Biz's team will let him pick up that vein again. I know on Biz's team, Overloaded Business, we're obviously going to be having to watch out for Azamir. Azamir really was a key point on that team. He landed a lot of key stuns for team fights, and that was the turning point. They really started to take an edge because of that mid lane. So I think we're going to just have to keep an eye out on that Azamir pick. If he lands a Cassiopeia, God help K-Style's team, honestly. As far as Comfy Gaming goes, obviously we know about Edmund and what he can do.
In fact, actually, real quick on that note, Chris from the OG is talking about how the teleports from Edmund was definitely what hurt them.
Absolutely. He will tell you straight to your face, I'm going to have a full team teleport bottom. We're going to play through bottom. Everybody knows it's going to happen. It's a matter of, can you stop it? It's like, the old time Patriots playing the same play over and over. You know they're going to do it. Can you stop it? And like I said, I think he's going to do the same thing again. You can be sure that we're going to see a bunch of teleports mid lane, top lane, and that they're going to try to pull those 5-man ganks bottom lane. He really loves to make that happen. And like I said, guys, as a bot lane ADC main, I know it's happening, and it's happening, but there's nothing you can do about it.
And we've got another request from the chat real quick. More Than Dorks asking about for the team, the OGs. What were the ranks of our players there? They're only familiar with Treestar and Cookie. So if you have that reference material, do you happen to know the ranks?
Absolutely. I know. Let me go to our list of gamers here. Give me 1 second. So on the Comfy Gaming, we've got Cookie. She is a high-level gold player, but let me tell you something about Cookie. She is a badass. She will take over games. Do not sleep on Cookie. She will freaking put you to sleep, let me tell you. She is, like I said, I just don't believe she's a gold level player. She's definitely, she's high elo, like Treestar. So those two are going to be two key members to take a look at. Treestar, obviously, we know is a diamond player. Rebatoid, I don't know too much about him other than he's a mid-level gold player. I know The Boz is their top laner, and he's going to be a platinum top laner. But as Edmund has said before, they're going to be expecting him to do big things. Like I said, they're going to be looking to play through top lane as well as bot lane. I know I said earlier that they're going to be focusing on bot lane, but they're expecting Boz to take over the game by himself. They have said that he does not need help, and that's how much confidence they have in him. And then we've got Playing Drunk on the bottom lane. He is their go-to bronze player, and I believe he is Cookie's brother. So I've not seen too much from him, but I did get to spectate a couple of his games last night, and let me tell you, he can play. Do not let his rank deter you from watching him, because let me tell you, I've seen and expect big things from Playing Drunk as well. So if that tells you anything about Team 2, they've got a really good team. I know that they had a couple games to play together, so they're synergizing. And like I said, they're a team to not take lightly, let me say.
So what about the OGs? What rank are they?
Oh, the OGs?
Yes.
We've got King Caldor, who is a let's just say he ranges from silver all the way to platinum. It depends on the day.
Depends on the day.
Yeah, if it's a Monday, he's platinum. If it's Tuesday, he's silver 1. So you just never know. King Caldor, depending on what crazy pick he wants to go. We all know he's got those pocket picks that are crazy, and everybody thinks that he can't make happen. He makes happen. He is a true Splash brother at heart. He can take you out from across the map. Like I said, me and him have a little thing going on. Splash brother! I just wanted to call out to my boy King Caldor. Poro, who is in silver, but let me tell you, that Zyra is nasty. She really knows how to put it on with the Zyra. She's got over 1 million points on that Zyra, and she really, really can put out that damage. Let me tell you, it's scary.
We got real quick. We got a quick question from More Than Dort about how the ranking was done. So for those that were unranked, did they count as 0 points, or did you go based off of previous rank?
We went off of previous rank, and a lot of it was done by Edmund and myself, because we were ones who put in most of the prize pool. We just wanted to make it as fair as possible, try to, go based off an average of different seasons. So if they didn't have this season, we would take that into account. So if they were maybe a silver, we would still count them as a silver. If they were a gold and they hadn't played in 2 years, we might have considered them as a silver. There was a lot of discussion going on based on what we thought teams would be, and keeping it fair. Like I said, the point system was a system designed to, like I said, make sure nobody was OP, I guess, that there wasn't 5 diamonds on one team or 5 platinums on one team. That was the main goal. So everyone kind of inputted their op.gg to me and Edmund, and we went over it and we did a little bit of research just to make sure that they were in fact the rank that they said. Just to kind of like go over the rest of the members on OGs. Sharky, he is a interesting character, one might say. He is a top lane menace, and I believe he is a platinum player. He is a Gnosis menace. Watch out for the Susan. Then we got pink-haired Brute, who is also known as virtually useless, and he was platinum in a previous season, but this season he was gold, so we counted him as gold. And but he is, like I said, also a person do not take lightly. His Vi and his Jarvan are nasty. So like I said, the OGs are filled with some good players. So, and I think, guys, our games are starting, so I'm going to actually get into these games here. I believe we're going to go for Comfy Gaming versus Pixel Pirates, since we took a look at Biz's and K-Styles teams last time. I'd like to get the other teams involved as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up their game right now.
All right.
Sounds excellent. So
I have a question for Undead Lumberdeck. As a person who doesn't know much about the teams, I'm curious to hear your input on who you think is the favorite, and who's our I guess not weak link, but Cinderella story.
Honestly, I just love the name of Overloaded Business. So after Team Autofill unfortunately did not make it to the semifinals, that's who my heart was going out to. I'm interested to see what's going forward. In fact, Sir Lord and I were talking about Comfy Gaming and Pixel Pirates right before he joined us, and how they kind of have opposing strategies, with Pixel Pirates focusing on their bottom lane plays, and Comfy Gaming focusing on their singles. And as mentioned several times throughout, the two strategies are really probably going to come down to, how well the jungler pressures to support each side's gameplay. And, out of the two here, like you said, I'm not very familiar with everybody that's here. I do know about what you said for Remind Ward and that medic, though, and having a strong bot lane with that coordination might mean that they're able to hold off and really push hard compared. So as long as Stat Sly and Classy from Pixel Pirates can hold off in their solo lanes and maintain and prevent them from pushing too hard, while Remind Ward and that medic get that snowball going, I think they have a really good chance to push through in that bottom lane. And once they free that up, if they can stay mobile, it'll rock and roll. However, with that being said, with the comments that we got from the OGs and how Comfy Gaming managed to get through with all of their coordinated teleporting, I think if they can actually maintain that, I'd have to give it to Comfy, because teams that can coordinate teleports and gank from even their single lanes down to bot lanes, for instance, using those abilities without the jungler even being involved. Honestly, I've seen a lot of games where that's what makes and breaks it. So depending on what characters they pick, if we see a lot of mobility characters from Comfy Gaming, as well as the Summoner Spell Teleport, I think they're going to have a terrifying map presence, and that's who I'd put my money on if they manage to coordinate as well as it sounded like they did.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you have an interesting point. I really would put Comfy Gaming as one of the top favorites now that Team 1 fell to Overloaded Business. K-Style and Overloaded Business should be a great game. I really can't pick a winner there. I think they're both equally matched. That's really, all the way up and down the stat line. Really, it's pretty equal. I'm not going to sleep on Pixel Pirates, though, because, like I said, that's a different Discord. They play together all the time. So, like I said, they could be on their way to the finals as well. So I'm not gonna count them out as well. But I am gonna put a little bit of favoritism towards Comfy Gaming. They have been a fan favorite of mine. I've been low key rooting for them. When I say low key, I've been very vocal about rooting for Comfy Gaming. I love them. I think if they win the whole thing, I might just cry a little bit. But what do you think, Andrew? I can't put a winner over on K-Style and Overloaded Business, but I am going to put a little bit of an advantage towards Comfy Gaming. What do you think?
I also lean Comfy Gaming. I think that's. I mean, no disrespect to the Pixel Pirates. I didn't get to watch either of those teams play in the previous match, but just knowing what I do about Edmund's play, about Cookie's play. I have a hard time believing that Comfy Gaming is not going to walk away with that. Right. However, when it comes to K-Style's team versus Overloaded Business, man, I just looking at the previous games and how those matches were won, I have to give the advantage to K-Style's team. I think that they came out in that previous match against Loaded's team. I think that they were the more balanced team. I think that they had a better game plan. I think that they executed that game plan, and I think that Overloaded Business, I'm not going to say got lucky, because they did chip away at that over time. I just don't know that they were as coordinated or as fluent with their team and play style. I think K-Style's team feels like they just have a little bit more experience playing with one another. We talked about how they were friends and have played other matches together, and that goes back to what we were talking about in the very beginning of this Undead. Lumberduck, you and I were talking about how a team's experience with one another is very important, and so I do think that the final matchup, my prediction will be K-Style's team versus Comfy Gaming.
I'm looking forward to seeing this game
team versus
sure.
Comfy Gaming. You heard it first from Dacius, aka Doctor. Wait, hold on. Let's say your whole name.
Sir Lord
Archduke Dr. Dacius himself says it's gonna be Comfy Gaming versus who? What was the other team?
K-Style.
K-Style's team.
K-Style's team. Okay.
Which I'm gonna need them to work on a better name for.
It needs to be K-Style. K-Style.
What this means that we need to see, though, is that means Overloaded Business and Pixel Pirates need to prove us wrong. Don't let us count you out and put our foot in our mouths over here, you know?
Exactly. Make the casters, like, all sorts of foot and mouth.
like I did at the beginning of the stream with Poro.
Oh my gosh, what happened? I wasn't even there for that.
Oh, he misgendered Poro.
Terribly, like for a full 5 minutes, I was just going on about how awesome Poro was. Well,
Poro's a great guy. He is the kind of guy that I look up to. He's this fantastic support. He plays this great support. He does man things.
Oh my god.
Poro's a girl. It's okay.
So real quick, Skywalker. About how long do you think we have till all the semifinals are started?
They are in Champion Select. I'm just waiting to be able to actually cast the stream.
Awesome. More Than Dork was like, don't worry, semifinals will be underway here in the next 5 to 205 minutes.
Here we go. Spectating is on.
Welcome, Random Chibi, to the stream. Glad you could join us. Yes, you are hella late, And I know you. You're in my Discord. You're signed up for my alerts and on the YouTube channel, so you have no excuse.
So here we go.
All right. So it looks like we have two really interesting matchups here. We've got the Poppy versus Aatrox in the top lane, followed by Lee Sin versus Diana in the jungle. Brand and Ziggs face off at mid, while the ADC bottom lanes with supports. You've got Aphelios and Braum versus Jinx and Thresh. These are really good matchups here. Aphelios can absolutely take over a game. I don't think anybody, a year after his release, I don't think anybody knows how that champion works. um, and so the people who have taken the time to sit down and master that champion and his combos can really do a lot with the game that people just still don't expect because you just don't see him all that often. You've got on the other side.
I did note Cookie got her Jinx pick. She really loves the Jinx, so I'm actually gonna keep an eye out for her. I think she's gonna be one of the key members on Comfy Gaming.
I'm almost a bit surprised compared to the other games we've watched, kind of how traditional these lineups feel. A little less of the of the non-standard outliers that I'm so used to seeing in the games from the server.
Apart from Action, we haven't seen too many of those like Vex picks or new champions.
That's true.
Lots of traditional champions, like you guys said.
I do think I do think that Comfy Gaming has a little bit of advantage late game here. I think that they generally scale better than. Oh God! Of course, I'm forgetting the team's name. They generally scale better than
Pixel Pirates.
Pixel Pirates do. Yes.
I got you.
I just want to
yes,
shout
Kim
out
Gao.
to my,
This is the semifinals.
Yes.
I want to shout out to my viewers that the order is correct. Top, jungle, mid, ADC, support. We got it, boys. We're in business. Let's go. We're cooking with grease now.
Look at us go. We even got our camera showing the right things. Man, we are cooking with gas now. But yeah, I think that while Lee Sin is a little bit stronger in the early game, Diana is no slouch in the early game, and I think she scales better than the Lee Sin does. Once you get to about 30 minutes, the Lee Sin really drops off and he becomes more about his crowd control abilities than he does about dealing damage. He's super strong in those first, 5 to 6 levels, but after that, it's really anybody's game if the Diana is also performing well at the same time.
Now, real quick, Sir Lord, I want to point out your pet peeve earlier that both teams did it this time. They did not guard any entrances to the jungle hardly, not even with wards.
At all.
Nope. If one team or the other had chosen to invade, they could have absolutely done that.
I'm really surprised that the Comfy Gaming did not choose to invade. He is an invade monster. He loves to do it all the time. So I'm actually really surprised about that.
Let's see, we got a good duel already going on top.
We got Hybrid Slayer in the chat saying, "Go Comfy Gaming, show those nerds who's boss."
Hey, go Comfy Gaming, let's go!
All right, looks like we got a really good duel going on here.
First blood, top lane.
Top lane?
Like Poppy's gonna get.
The
Aatrox! The Aatrox with the flash chop.
That was insane! Holy moly!
So real
What
quick,
a
for those of y'all
play.
in chat that aren't really sure what just happened there, so Aatrox's ability there has a particular line that it hits when it lands, and if you're not in that, you don't take as much damage. So he did a flash. Oh my god!
He got the double kill!
Stats! I don't know if you're in the chat, but my goodness, what are you doing, man? I know you wanted some vengeance, but that's a little too quick. Well, we got Aatrox now, the boss, having a 2-kill lead.
The boss has just taken over top lane. That is going to be nearly insurmountable. 2 kills for the Aatrox in less than 3 minutes.
And a 1,000 gold lead for the team purely on top lane. And Edmund had a lot to say about this guy.
Check out top lane. Let's see what's happening here. We got Lee Sin coming in, trying to even it. Can do this. He's strong enough as, oh my goodness, is he going to do it again?
Almost. Minions?
Poppy arrived just in time to prevent Lee Sin's demise.
Well, real quick, to finish what I was saying earlier about Aatrox, he did a flash so that he could move the high damage zone back and managed to hit Poppy with it and just
That was an amazing flash.
Yeah, it was fantastic, and that zone is not very large, so it was a very, very precise measurement done on the fly by Atrox there. And as you can see, it has paid off in spades.
You guys
Yes.
can't see me, but I literally stood up as he made that flash. It was quite a freaking play. I got really excited. Oh my god.
You know, we said that Pixel Pirates needed to prove our guesses wrong, and this early game by Atrox right now so far is really pushing it in that direction.
So it looks to me like everybody's kind of chilling out now. Aatrox is trying to get that positioning going again. He's able to do a lot of pushes and pulls, but Poppy does have excellent defense if they can play around that defense, the defensive bubbles that she gives herself. Lee Sin is doing a little bit better of a job wandering Diana's all the way back at base. If Lee Sin could make a move right now, he could very easily get in on that Ziggs, who's not a particularly mobile champ. Or the Lee Sin
Again with the top lane. He gets another kill.
That's
putting
right.
him even further ahead. The gap continues to grow. We've got a little bit of a pressure going down here bot lane. But like I said, that top lane Aatrox is really going to be something we're going to have to keep our eyes on because, like I said, most of that 1,000 gold lead is all on Aatrox.
I mean, Aatrox is definitely the type of champion that can take over a game. His abilities to do that massive area of effect damage and slows and pulls, and just a ton of damage that he pulls in there. Lee Sin got very fortunate with the way that Ziggs utilized his.
Wow!
Man, that's incredible. That was a really good way to come and help your teammate there from Diana. Kept the Ziggs alive.
What really set that up, Dacius? You know what set that up? Was the flash from Ziggs. It forced Lee Sin's Q to pull him all the way out of position. He was, like I said, over the wall. There was nothing really he could do at that point. So, like I said, that was a really good Ziggs flash right there.
Brand going in to try to monopolize on that and walks away with it.
Well, then you've got Brand came up and found Diana in the jungle and get a kill on her. These teams are trading back and forth and really trying to keep themselves in the fight.
This is not good for stats. He's level 6.
Oh, stats! Get out of there, stats!
Wow.
Ooh, with the shield to block the mobility by Atrox.
Absolutely.
Very nice. Bot lane looks like we've got a lot of pressure coming from Comfy's side, which is actually kind of interesting because remember what we said, the Pixel Pirates were favoring their bottom lane strategy. So seeing seeing them push in like this does leave me slightly concerned, but oddly enough, their top lane is what's pulling ahead right now. So the strategies for both teams kind of being flipped on their heads versus what was presented to us. So, we're going to have to see how well that plays out. Brand is being chased by Atrox currently in the jungle. In the top lane. I don't know what's going on there. Brand must have gone up there maybe for the blue buff. We've got Lee Sin hanging around bottom side. The first Infernal Dragon is up, and we have no wards from either team on it. And we're going to have to see if anyone's going to make any plays for that objective here soon. We've got Diana
maneuvering around to try to get priority as well. Although the Brand has moved all the way up to top and is wildly out of position right now.
Bot lane now doing a recall here. Mid lane as well. This is going to give blue team time to push. Ziggs decided he changed his mind. Diana over there still farming the jungle here. But not really that much. Well, actually just now got further ahead than Lee Sin by about 6 CS right now. In the top lane, Poppy is behind both and kills and CS. And that's going to be a problem if she lets that snowball keep running. But at the same time, she can't be too aggressive. Otherwise, she just like that. Going all the way up to take a turret shot right there. It's pretty much ended that. Though ults Atrox away.
They are looking for a top engage here.
Looks like bottom is going to pull together a kill on the Diana there.
Very close though.
A kill. Pretty poor timing on Diana to die there right before her lane was coming back. Looks like Kooky and Playing Drunk are going to get very aggressive here, and they're going to get the kill on Aphelios.
Ziggs
And
getting in with that ult to provide that damage.
Go, Cookie,
Braum
go!
could get away here. Is the
Oh,
hook gonna land?
damn it.
Oh,
she
there
got
it is, that flash.
She got in there.
Let's go.
Is that River Brand? Can we get eyes on Brand and see what skin that is?
Absolutely.
We've
Where
got
is the
a
brand?
Hybrid Slayer 12 wanting to check it out. Can we zoom in a little bit? Is that River Brand? Or is that another skin with a chroma?
Let me see if I can direct it on brand. Sorry about that, boys.
If you,
Yeah,
I think if you double click his portrait, it should lock on.
Yeah, right, let me see. Alright. Nope. It doesn't. It just goes back
Oh.
to directed. That's okay.
Oh.
I'll do this way. Here we go. Boom. Little close up on that brand skin there.
Yeah, you know, I haven't seen that skin actually.
That is a pretty nifty little purple skin there.
Yeah.
I don't think I know which skin that is, actually.
Look at us uncultured swine not knowing all the skins.
We don't know the skins. Damn it, announcers.
Is that Vandal brand with a chroma?
That's kind
I
of,
think
that might be
there's
it.
one big thing to note right now. The red team has almost a 2K lead, and it's still all through top lane. Also, another thing to note, red team has no control wards on the map, where blue team has 2. There's a whole lot less control wards we've seen this game than the last 2 games, I believe.
I was mistaken. Hybrid wasn't trying to say that was a skin. He was commenting on the fact that he spent more time in River than in lane. River Brand.
Oh, okay. We spent 10 minutes.
I'm sitting here going, I don't remember a River Brand skin, but I mean, you know, it's been a while since I've looked at Brand.
Diane is working on getting the Rift Herald right now, and it looks like we've got 4 blue players in the bottom lane, but they're unable to take advantage of that right now.
Looks like they might be starting on that dragon, though.
Are they going to
Constant
launch the Rift
pressure
Herald
top.
in the middle lane?
They're
Might
starting
be.
dragon.
We've got
They're
Ziggs and
starting
Diana
dragon.
pushing that mid.
They are absolutely starting dragon. Got it. Easy Drake.
They got the
And
Drake,
that's
but are
Rift
they gonna
Herald
lose
mid
their
lane. Yep,
mid-lane
that
turret?
might be
Yep.
mid lane turret gone if blue team can't react fast enough to that. There it is,
Absolutely.
gone. If they don't stop,
that second.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, that was
just
close.
barely.
Ooh, Lee Sin getting out of there because, you know, it's Lee Sin. Oh, except for Diana with the follow-up. Braum coming in, trying to save the day. Missing the Q. That's going to stop him from getting his counters off as soon. God, I should mention I love Braum. I have a little chibi of him. Not a chibi. One of those pops for Braum literally right behind me right now. Big Braum fan here. My desktop is Braum's backstory. Ooh, Lee Sin coming in and getting a quick
shutdown
pick
for Lee
on
Sin.
Ziggs. Yeah. Got Braum taking care of those wards. Shout out to
cutting
our
down the gold
supports
lead.
and that ward control. Bot lane being left unattended here, though. Top lane still being pressed by a Trox on a Poppy. Not much that Stats can really do against the boss and that 2 level plus the gold lead that he's got. And it's a massive gold lead at this point, almost 30 CS up over Stats.
Absolutely. We got Aatrox causing problems for their jungle. Forster, he's gonna keep going. I think this might be a double.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
yes,
a
without
double.
that mid turret
That's
there,
a double.
Brand can't get another stun
That's
off.
a double.
All he can do now is, as I say, is prevent Ziggs from getting an assist. That's going to be a lot of
Oh
pressure
my
mid lane.
God.
Bot lane recalling now. Good thing Thresh didn't land that Hulk. That would have been another pick for them. Poppy also recalling. Looks like red team's going to rotate bot, try to put the pressure on here, maybe get 2 kills. Yes, Random Chibi, I do still have a Teemo
Look
hat.
what's happening in their jungle. Ziggs and the rest of the families come into play.
Oh, are they gonna give a Trox to red buff? Nope, they're gonna pass it on over to
think that
Diana. Coming from
this is just a
behind,
bot
and they're gonna
turret,
try
for
to
sure.
take. This is gonna be bottom turret, yeah, like you said, only 2, plate and a half
Ziggs
left
will
on
come
it.
over. Boom.
Boom,
Yep.
there it is. Ziggs. I love the man, but at the same time, as much as I like to play him, I realize he is a pain in the patookie.
Dynamite.
Yes, he
They're
is.
definitely building up a small gold lead here.
Yeah, almost a 5,000
5K gold lead at this point. Almost. Well, yeah, working on a 5K gold lead.
Oh, Braum's starting to fight, not
Huge!
realizing all of red team is there.
Huge! Let's go!
Brand getting a good ult off, but there's just too much happening not enough damage going out yet.
Poppy's
Trox
pushing
that life
top
state.
lane
If he
now.
stays there, Trox is going to go on him. Ooh, Lee Sid coming in trying to support.
No.
Atrox taking that turret damage.
There's the
heal coming in clutch, though.
Oh, but there's too much to handle. I think this might be bad for their bot lane. We'll see.
Oh,
what
the
this
Ziggs ult coming in, putting that extra damage. Brand cleaning it up, though. Thresh might get this finisher. There it is.
Playing drunk cleans him up.
Thresh saving himself from the brand burn with that shield.
Here we go. Another engage. Excellent flash from their bot lane to clean up that Ziggs.
Yeah, we got Braum and Reminder Ward over here chasing Robotoid. I'm not sure if this is really the best idea. Thresh is right there, going to provide an out for Diana, and there they go. They keep on moving. They've still got their bottom lane turret. Lee Sin missed that Q, and they're going to get away scot-clean.
Yeah, nice Lantern to get out there and get out of that fight, because that was no good for them. Reminder Ward was coming with a head full of steam.
Want to point out real quick, the blue team really kind of lagging behind on that vision score. You know, with Medic just now clearing another ward, there's still 3 more pink wards out for the red team.
They also have
vision
no
wards.
turrets.
Vision wards, they're called now.
Unfortunately. No turrets, and top lane has been a absolute problem.
Yeah, poor Stats has been having a nightmare.
They're going to try to go for that Aatrox, and they do take him down. Oh my goodness, that was a great little 3-on-1. Aatrox was unfortunately just caught out a little bit out of position.
Well, this is what I was talking about earlier. If you are in a position where you're falling behind the way that this team has been, you have to come up with some kind of counterplay to be able to stop the lead. And bringing that 3-man against Aatrox is really going to create a counterbalance up there where they're able to mitigate his advantage just their force of character power.
Gotcha, yeah. Now we do have another Drake coming up. I think there's a fight brewing. Red team and blue team are going into position, trying to clear wards. I think red team has priority on this dragon, but we'll see what happens. Blue team is also pushing top lane. Don't forget about that Poppy. Yeah, red team had position for that Drake. So Drake goes to red team. Comfy gaming.
Poppy is one of those champions that can start the game from behind, too.
Absolutely.
Still stay relevant. What she brings to the team is not something that goes away.
Absolutely.
We've got everyone doing a little bit of a Mexican standoff here in the mid lane. Both teams kind of poking and prodding at each other, trying to see if they can find a weakness or a place to engage. Looks like they're rotating to go get that Rift Herald. Another objective will definitely play heavily in the red team's favor. They still managed a 2,000 gold lead, almost 3,000 at this point.
Yeah, that's something I noted too, is that they actually haven't really moved past that 2k gold lead in the past 5 or 6 minutes here. It's really been steady.
And remember the comments that we got from the last match here with Comfy Gaming was the early game was not in their favor, but the mid. Ooh, Thresh coming out with a great hook there.
If they can take a Reminder Ward, but they couldn't. They got him. The Aatrox came from the back line and cleaned it up, luckily.
All right, now we've got a 2-for-1 trade. It's going to be a 3-for-1.
This is
unless
totally
Poppy can get a kill. Nope, not quite.
Comfy Gaming. Let's go. I think this is a push. I think this might just be inhibitor turret. It's 4-1 right now. Lee Sin being the only one up. I'm not sure he can clear any of this. I think this is just going to be an inhibitor, guys.
Very unfortunate. There was a bit of a fresh spinning wave arriving at the tier 2 mid turret just about at the time that fight ended. With Ziggs right there, he's just gonna blow those up. Yes, I apologize, Random Chibi. There does appear to be a little bit of lag going on.
Okay, a little bit too much of aggression from Aatrox. Everybody's got to back up.
Hopefully, if you give it just a moment, the lag will catch up. Technically, we've got a stream of a stream going on right now, as Skywalker is the one who's actually in the spectator mode, while we are looking at it from through Discord. Originally, last time we did this, we actually had 2 different games live at a time. We would swap back and forth between the 2, but we had a cameraman not show up, so we're a little scattered at the last minute.
Yeah, we're working with what we got, and I hope the stream's going okay for you guys as far as the lag and all that. If there's anything I can do to improve it, just let me know. But like Lumberduck said, if you're just joining in, you'll notice that this is not what I do. So it's a work in progress.
And we do plan to keep doing more of these in the future. And as we move on, we'll hopefully find better ways of doing each and everything. Yeah, I know that. Well, Chibi, they push the inhibitor, which is going to maintain pressure on that mid and give them advantage and allow them to kind of have a little bit more breathing room to run around and maintain other objectives. While if they try to hard push all the way through the Nexus, there's still the 2 turrets there, which would have given the enemy team time to respawn and possibly turn around. And if they had died while in the blue team's base, blue team could have turned and obtained objectives during the respawn timers on red team. Atrox still up top, really putting pressure on Pop. He just does not want to give any breathing room.
It's relentless.
But at the same time, kind of needs to, because, with the red team top turret going down, he needs to take out that blue team turret to even out the vision and the positioning.
He's got a 2-level lead. Well, now 1 level.
Diana taking a sneaky Rift Herald there, though, just getting it out while nobody's looking.
Well, that's definitely important. I mean, if you can push the objectives and continue to do that, they really need to keep the pressure up, because Aphelios is inching ahead of the Jinx down there, and if he can take over this game, he can absolutely solo win a team fight for the blue side.
Absolutely. Reminder Ward is a person who can take over games late, so don't lose track of him. I think they've all been keying in on him, because I've noticed that Aatrox has been running straight at Remind Ward, rightfully so, because he is doing a lot of damage, even though their team is behind still about 2,000 or 3,000 gold.
Well, I do think that in the late game, I think that it really comes down almost exclusively to Aphelios to really output damage for their team. I mean, Brand is there, but just a little bit of magic resist will take care of the Brand ult. And at that point, they don't have damage dealers for late game.
And especially with Brand's burn being a % health-based damage, and none of them really having... I mean, Atrox builds some health, but it's not like fighting a Mundo or a Scion, so he's not necessarily going to get as much out of as he might in some other matchups. Right here we got Red Team going for that Cloud Drake. Both top laners still up top lane, so we got a 4v4 situation for this objective.
Blue's coming in from 2 sides. This is interesting. Closing the claw.
Brand getting the kill on the ADC. Diana, though, still securing the objective.
Absolutely. But a huge win for blue team. They come out extremely on top. All 5 survived. They got the ace out of all things. They're going for Baron. What a freaking turnaround, guys. That's actually cuts their lead back to about 2,000 gold, and they're going for Baron. I think this might even cut it even further.
But if we're not careful, if you go mid lane real quick to their Nexus, Brand over there trying to hold off siege minions. Luckily, he's got a lot of clear. The only thing that might resist him for a while are going to be those siege minions. If they can get this Baron, it'll allow them to counteract the loss of their inhibitor and start pushing back, and give them the advantage in other lanes if they manage some split pushing. Jinx trying to get that sneaky Baron, but unfortunately not.
And it looks like they're going to be able to use their Baron back now and get back to base and recover. And that's a major gold lead. That's going to give them some items, and that's going to give them, with their inhibitor down, Aphelios has an opportunity to basically safely free farm and base with very little risk. Unless
they cut that 3,000 point gold lead. It is now 41.2 to 41.5. They are neck and neck at this point. So that team ace and that Baron really, like I said, cut the lead to neck and neck. We have a tie game here, folks.
That's right. Both teams need to look for the other one to make a mistake and play off of that. I think whoever makes a mistake first right now is going to be the team that really. It's going to cost one team one way or the other.
Well, let's take a look here. They've got 2 Drakes to their 1 Drake. Blue team has the Baron buff, but red team also has a little bit more towers. So they've got the map control down. It like I said, it could go either way.
Real quick, Sir Lord, I don't know what happened, but your mic kind of went a little canny on me.
My mic?
Yeah, it's like you're talking further away, yelling at it. Or
Oh
something.
yes, no. Like I said, I had to pick a guy up, so I am actually streaming, casting, and driving at the same time because I am not a safe person.
Yeah, I was gonna say don't get in an accident now. You know we can't be liable for that.
Not at all. Not at all. If I get into an accident, it is my responsibility. No, I want to be able to continue to bring the best that I can, and unfortunately, in this moment, I have another responsibility to take care of. But that doesn't prevent me from being able to do this, so I'm doing it while I can.
We got another turret going down on the red team in favor of blue. They're pushing that mid back with that Baron buff while they've got it. Atrox, though, split pushing the top lane. Poppy taking the opportunity to go bot lane, finish off that turret. Ziggs coming down, trying to intercept her. With Thresh, kind of looks like he's torn between whether he wants to stick mid or bot lane. Atrox pulling off the top turret, knowing that there is the enemy team coming in to put some pressure there. Barely avoids getting ganked, it looks like, by Aphelios and Brand. Trying to go and finish up the everyone's little favorite Scuttlebug.
For Brand. Good flash.
Yeah, Brand does not need to be up close and personal with the Trox for sure. He is shown all game that he is not here to take it easy. He is kicking butt and taking names.
I think there's something interesting to note that they are not being able to utilize that Baron buff because of that constant suffocating pressure from Aatrox top lane. They constantly are having to throw 2 people to have to deal with that. Here we go with Aatrox again. Classy with no flash. I think this
Pulling
is bad
off
for Classy.
the hourglass,
The
though.
team's coming.
Braum
Good
coming
rotation.
in. There it is.
That was a great rotation by blue team.
Yeah, with Aatrox down, this gives them an opportunity to push back.
If the boss cannot get himself under control, I mean, it's good to put pressure, but you got to put smart pressure. And he's been too aggressive over the last several minutes, trying to force that lead to do more than it needs to do. What he needs to do right now is allow time for his Jinx to get good, basically, and get her farm in.
Absolutely, but guys, just remember he's pulling a lot of pressure. He is pulling a lot of pressure on the map. They now have control over this dragon. They can have a win condition under Drake control. He is pulling a lot of pressure off the rest of the map. They were able to ward and get into a good position for this fight right here. Let's see what he does.
Trox starting off the engage. Braum going into the back line, using the ultimate to disrupt their forces. Poppy coming in, knocking some guys out of the fight. Thresh's ult down. All the while, Medic tanking the dragon shots. What they really needed to do was that red team keep taking it. Free damage from the jungle would do nothing but help them. But with the loss of Brand there, red team's got a pretty strong
they are
pull
low.
on this
Everybody's
dragon.
low.
Be a big play here on the Drake.
At this point, they're just taking the dragon's
Red
damage
team
too
takes
long.
the dragon. Sleepy Gaming is coming back line with that back
Jinx
line.
with the get excited buff
Cookie
going
with the
in.
shutdown. Cookie, go Cookie, go Cookie, go! Yes,
There's the mistake that I was talking about. They should have let that dragon go once they were so far down in health and they'd used all of their ultimates. You really don't have a way to bring that back, and the red team just had so many more hit points and so much better positioning on that Drake. They should have just let it go, and now they've put themselves in a position where they're probably going to
I think this might be the game-winning push, guys.
and possibly even their Nexus.
Brand's the only one up. Are they going to go for it? No, they're backing for the Baron.
Backing off.
We're gonna get
I'll say
position for
Pixel
Baron.
Pirates trying
See,
real
I
hard to
told
prove us
you,
wrong.
I told you, Dacius, that pressure top lane, they had to pull their entire team to gank him. That got them in position for that dragon. They were in really good position for that fight, and they came out on top. That was awesome.
Absolutely. Definitely agree with you there.
Atrox not wasting any time, immediately putting pressure on the bottom lane this time, getting the lane pushed in their favor, gives some damage, even if it's just from the minions, slowly whittling down those turrets will pay off in the long run.
What a game, guys. What a game.
Blue team coming to check the Baron, immediately engages a fight. They've got Ziggs and Thresh here trying to get them pulled out. Lee Sin and Brand there, though, without the ADC getting the rest of those stuns from Brand's passive out, though, not much they could do to stop that force. And with Braum's ultimate being down now, they've lost a huge engage or disengage opportunity here. And with the Baron on the table, that's not going to bode well. Yeah, here we go. Red team setting up, clearing wards, trying to make sure they can make a play for Baron. With Brahman Lee Sin having recall, trying to come back. Atrox has started the Baron. He's got the damage to take it down and whittle it down. Right here we've got Thresh hanging out. Gets a hook and gets knocked away by Poppy. Very interesting animation going on there.
Go, Cookie, go!
Cookie gets that one get excited buff, and then it's just downhill from there. Medic trying to block as much as he can. Lee Sin going in, though, only to die, unfortunately.
Yeah!
That is a full trade, 5-1, with Red Team coming out on
they
top.
Threw up the GGs.
That'll be game with Red Team
Played,
advantage.
both teams. Wow. What an engage. What an ending. That was neck and neck the entire game. It shows a 6K gold lead, but let me tell you, folks, it was neck and neck the entire game. This might as well could have been a finals game.
And you know, Pixel Pirates have proven us wrong, and I think their team composition was really good to support the pressure they were putting in different places. You know, with Zig's ability, to just instantly nuke a turret once it gets to a certain health, and Atrox's early advantage, the pressure they were able to put was just incredible. Thresh constantly keeping and peeling for a Cookie there at the end. Really handling it down, and unfortunately Blue Team just got a little bit too far behind, and by the time they caught up, they just couldn't really keep that momentum going.
Let's see. Let's check in with K-Style's game. I know we've got another game going on still, so let's go and take a look at their game and see if we can catch some of that action as well.
I think it was really impressive showing a way to pull it back together around that Dragon Pit fight there. Like I was saying before, the red team was starting to slip a little bit, and they really needed to be very cautious about the plays that they were actively making. And you had seen Atrox run in and die a couple of different times. Even though he was pulling a lot of pressure, he wasn't escaping. And so he was giving them shutdown gold, and things were just starting to slip away from red. But they were able to pull it back together and bring that pressure all at once in good positioning to be able to contest the objective and ultimately win the game because of it.
Right.
The blue team was not able to recover quickly or at the same time to counter the Baron that the red team immediately forced. And because of that, because of positioning again, the one team fight led to an avalanche of just inability to make up for it on the blue team side, and they lost the game because of that.
Absolutely, I completely agree. It was interesting to note that we didn't see what we kind of casted, which is a play through bot lane. There wasn't as many teleports bot lane as I thought there would be, but there was a lot of pressure top lane through that Aatrox. He really caused a lot of problems for them. They had to pull 2-3 guys to come help, and that added to the pressure bot lane so that they could secure those Drakes.
We got a Dragon Soul right there going on for our blue team here. We got K-Style working on it. Or no, K-Style's on red team. I'm sorry, my apologies.
This is Examir's team with the lead here. Again, we noted earlier that if they allowed him to pick Vayne again, that might be a problem. Let's see where Vayne's at as far as items. He's got 2 going on 3, so don't count them out just yet. Like I said, it could be a turnaround here. I know Examir's team is creating a lot of pressure. This might be bad for them.
Yeah, Examir's team maintaining a hefty gold league of about 7,000 gold.
Yeah,
and then on top of that, honestly, they have a lot more durability coming from the blue team than red team does. Well, red team does have a lot of opportunities to shred that durability, both with Vayne and with Lee Sin, plus Malzahar. Malzahar's E does do a lot of percent health damage. I call it the space aids, but
right.
Everybody loves space aids.
Oh goodness.
I can't believe that they let Zack Sabre get Dr. Mundo again after what we saw last time.
Again. Yeah.
Well, let's see what the red team's going to be able to do, or sorry, blue team here is going to be able to do. Looks like they're stacking up to try to bait this top lane push, see if they can catch somebody come to counter
They're
the Mundo.
playing the good old Bush Wookiee tactic here.
I do wonder if this Master Yi is going to be able to come back and really do something important here.
I like the positioning on the Andrew there.
Yeah, Thresh trying to get that max range hook in to start that fight.
Max range hook, yeah.
Well, the red team is just out of position right now, and I don't know how they're going to be able to really recover from this unless you can just get.
It really looks like Zack Sabre is just so fed. He's level 17. He can walk wherever he wants. He can just take on the whole team's damage. They've got a Vayne,
and that's what I'm
he's
concerned
doing next
about.
to nothing to him.
With red team just really lacking in durability, with the exception of Galio, who specializes more in anti-magic. You know, I'm a bit concerned at how well they're going to be hold out in these team fights, and I think it's been apparent that they're really not. I mean,
cut out of position.
That's it is.
Really bad for their team.
With Vayne out of the fight, Mundo's just going to steamroll everything.
Wow! The space aids, though.
Oh my goodness gracious! Oh my God! Gracious. And Master Yi with the cleanup.
Like I said, don't count the red team out.
There's very little that counters 3 auto attacks from Master Yi.
Master Yi, I thought he was dead in that fight, but really he was sitting in his Alpha Strike, safe from damage.
That's right. Untargetable, off the map entirely. You can't do anything to him.
Don't you just love that, Andrew? Don't you just love that in the game? That's your absolute favorite thing is untargetable. Nothing you can do about it.
Nope.
Alpha strikes.
and a pushing monster. You know, his wave clear and turret destruction is pretty high up there.
Right. Let's see if he takes any sort of turrets. No, he's gonna back off. I think that's a wise choice.
Yeah, definitely a smart play. You don't want to get you don't want to put one auto attack onto Thresh and then have him get a lucky hook on you while you're sitting there taking tower damage.
Absolutely not, especially when you got an ADC walking up as well as I believe that's a mid lane Lulu. Is that if I'm correct here? Is that an Azamir
exactly
Lulu mid?
Is. Yeah, because Gold stole his Syndra, so
they did cut the gold lead a little bit. They cut it from 7 to about 5. So that wasn't a bad team fight for them, holding that position. And holding their base, really stopping the game-ending play right there. I really thought it was GG, but the space aids, as you said earlier, and that alpha striking really came through. So let's see what happens.
I mean, if you've got a Malzahar that manages to stay in the back and just keep plying that, it hurts.
Yeah, and then the person next to you dies, and you're like, no.
And with the fight going on long enough, being able to put multiples out there and it's still and having multiple instances of it, it's just not going to go well. And on top of that, it's just a let it go and then move on to your next target. He can just drop it on somebody and then move on to his next ability set and see who he needs to silence or he needs to lock down.
Hook.
A little surprised he didn't try to engage on that and disengage from Baron and just start the fight because his whole team was there, Mundo ready to go. Might have not been a bad place.
They were a little back, little bit out of position. I think it was the smart call to not take the hook. But if they take this hook, that's the hook!
That's the one. Master Yi getting caught in the ult.
Absolutely. Joe
Glad
goes
to
down.
see that we've got Bramble Vest on Mundo and Thornmail on Thresh.
He's in trouble. Oh, he's in trouble!
Oh, the Jinx
this is a game-ending play. This is it. GG, well played. Wow, Andrew with the ending hook, starting out that play and finishing it. I think he's going to even go for their mid laner.
It's all up to Malzahar.
Malzahar trying to put pressure on it, but it's Mundo. A level 18 Mundo at that.
Interesting seeing that Malzahar's ult doesn't work on Mundo. Pentakill for Kyo.
Oh
shout
my
out
goodness
to Kyo
gracious.
for the pentakill. You heard it first. A pentakill in our tournament. Congratulations to Overloaded Business on their W against K-Styles team. It was well fought on both ends, but in the end, that was a little bit too much from the Mundo and the Jinx there. 18-2 with a pentakill. Wow,
That's
really
very
showed up
impressive.
there. Wow.
Very impressive.
Yes, and like I said, guys, I'm gonna take a step away from the casters table again to make sure everybody knows what's going on, and we're gonna get our next game going down the road. We got a finals game coming up. Overloaded Business versus Comfy Gaming. I misspoke there. Comfy Gaming versus Overloaded Business. We got a real spicy game coming up here, guys. Do you guys have any thoughts on who you think has got the advantage here? Again, y'all know what I'm gonna say. I love Comfy Gaming. You guys know I've got a Comfy Gaming shirt on right now. I'm rooting for my Comfy Gaming. I'm just all for them. I think they've got the edge, but you never know. Overloaded Business has really shown up. They played. I think the most notable thing is they played well as a team. Whereas Comfy Gaming, they've got a lot of great individuals. Their top laner, he really shined top lane, but nobody on that team really necessarily played together. That maybe it was the team comp. But like I said, something I've noted about Overloaded Business, they play together, man. They really do. So it kind of scares me. I'm really hoping that Comfy Gaming comes through. But you guys let me know what you think. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on the finals game.
Well, my money is on Comfy Gaming myself. I think both teams bring a lot to the table. I just think that Comfy Gaming is really running that, Edmund and Kooky combo very well. I think that they are playing together as a team. I think that they are going to be able to overcome. Now, unfortunately, I do have to back out for a little while. So, Undead Lumberduck, I hate to do this to you right in this moment when we have to talk the most, but you're going to have to carry the break, sir, and I will be back as soon as I can.
I think I can manage that.
Let the crowd know who you think your favorite is, and then when I get back, I'm gonna talk to you about it. It shouldn't take me more than a couple of minutes to go through the teams and give out instructions. So stay tuned, guys. We're just gonna take a 5-minute pee break, and we'll be right back.
I got to admit that I know everybody's rooting for Comfy Gaming, but Team Overloaded, I might throw my bid in with them for these finals. The team coordination that we saw them doing at the very end of that was really 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 good, and Comfy Gaming's has some strong individuals, but I'm a bit concerned about the how it's going to go. Yeah, with how goofy I am about how it's going to go in some of these team fights. But I think it really will come down to what champions each team is kind of allowed to get. I mean, as we saw with Team Overloaded, they allowed Zack Sabre to get his Mundo again, and we've just seen nothing but good work out of him for that. Azamir has just been kicking a lot of butt in the mid lane, and with what we saw from Comfy Gaming and their top lane plays, I think it's going to be really counteracted by Zack Sabre if he's allowed to pick something he's very comfortable with again. So, we've got a very exciting match, and I'll throw my hat in the other ring. I'll be the oddball out while Sir Lord and Skywalker are going to bet on Comfy Gaming. I'm going to throw my hat in with Team Overloaded, I've liked everything that I've seen so far from them, and I'm glad we were able to catch the tail end of that because that was a really good match. Going through, they were very coordinated. They tried to set up a lot of plays together as a team, and it worked really well. So, but yeah, chat. For those of y'all that are joining us late, we're doing a stream for a Discord server called the Jedi High Council. Their link is in their invitation link is in the description for their server as well as mine. If you want to get in and hear about these tournaments and even join in on some, the tournaments are free to play in. There's prizes offered for this tournament today. It's $10 to each member of the winning team, with the second place team getting a random skin box. So you know, it's and everybody getting, I think, a random skin box. Everyone that participates gets a prize. I know for sure. I can't remember what the prize pool is exactly. I'm having a brain fart on that. Skywalker set it all up though. He's in charge, or one of the big wigs from the Jedi High Council server, and they just decided that me and my plaid shirt were good enough to come and host this. I played some of their games actually. I always have a good time. If y'all ever want to play League and just play with people that don't really that like to play and they try to make it a little competitive, but they don't get upset if they lose. It's a really good server to go play on. They're all pretty relaxed, and they even played with a cardboard player like me who pales in comparison. But we all have a good time. They appreciate my duck puns. That's the most important thing. I just quack them up. They can't stand it. How's everyone going with the chat? I'm glad to see that we've had a lot of people coming in and rotate in. It's good to see y'all coming by and saying hey and enjoying the games. We hope to do more of these in the future. We're gonna keep improving upon it as we go along, so that we have better camera work. More games able to be watched at a time, stuff like that. The biggest caveat mostly is just League of Legends and Riot Gaming and how they restrict spectating and whatnot to help prevent cheating. So it's not necessarily anything wrong with that, but essentially the only way we can do it is if someone else is spectating and then I do it. No, not the puns. Chibi, why is your League not updating? I think it's just you. You just have technical issues. Uninstall and reinstall. For those of you that don't know, Random Chibi is also someone that does some artwork. She does some streaming as well. I'm going to give her a little shout out here because she's always been nice enough to come by and check out the streams and say hello. She has a channel as well. Andrew got a carry again for the W. Yeah, hey Zamir, welcome to the chat. That was an intense game. I don't know if you've heard of all of our commentary on that so far. Now, Azmir, just so you know, I'm throwing my hat in with you. All right, so you got to win. I'm betting on you today. But Skywalker and Sir Lloyd, they like what they've seen out of Comfy Gaming as well. But especially with that last game, I was really impressed with your team's teamwork. So I'm hoping to see good things from you out of this final match. I know if they let Zach get that Mundo again, I'm willing to bet that top lane's going to be hard for the enemy team. Yeah, in fact, Random Chibi, if you want, you can link your channel in the chat. I don't mind if you want to give yourself a little shout out there, because like I said, you've been a long time supporter, and I watch your videos occasionally that you do. She does a lot of artwork, which is cool to look at. She does like the step-by-step drawing. But as far as the games go, we started the tournament at about 1 o'clock my time. I'm in Central Time, so we've gone almost for 3 hours on here. We still got one more game to go, and that's going to be between Team Overloaded and the Comfy Pirates. So we'll just have to see how it all plays out, and I'm excited to see who's going to win here. Azmir has been really impressing us with the Cinder plays. I wish I'd seen some of your Lulu plays, Aze. I didn't get to see you do your Lulu mid, but not until y'all are already in the team fighting. But hopefully we'll get to. I hope they let you get Cinder again. I mean, they shouldn't, because that'd be bad for them. But I liked your Cinder plays. I want to see more of that. Do we have anybody from Comfy Gaming in the chat? We'll have to see if any of them want to speak up, throw out their 2 cents into this as well. Skywalker right now is talking to the different teams and getting everything organized. In fact, I see him talking to Azamir's team right now over there in Overloaded Business. Cookie, though, in that last game for Comfy Gaming was absolutely destroying. Her and Rebotoid were both a really good pair in that bottom lane. They were really strong, and they managed to hold the fort down throughout the game. And with the top lane getting the advantage that they did, it really sold them. And their game ended actually fairly quickly. I don't think the other team got the chance to get the late game that they won with in the previous matchup. Whoa, excuse me. Another shout out real quick to Ember Fox, who does the animation that you're seeing right now, my Be Right Back stuff. She does occasionally take commissions for those of you that would like custom animations that stream or whatnot, or even just like to have pictures. She does stuff like that as well. We're sitting here just kind of waiting on everyone's taking a little bit of a break, and once they return, we will resume the stream for our finals matchup. So we're just looking forward to seeing how it's all going to play out. I have to be careful because I forgot that Discord has a thing now where it disables my music playing if I'm talking too much because it thinks I'm trying to play music through my microphone, and it's like, Discord, I swear I'm not. I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. But we'll worry about that as we go along. Just means got to keep an eye on it. But Random Chibi, what you been up to today? You having a good day so far? And that pentakill, I should point that out actually. That pentakill is really nice. You don't see pentakills very often. And I don't think we had one the first time we did a tournament. Yeah. And for this tournament, it was the first one that we've had. Like I said, last tournament, I don't think we had one at all. I'd have to go back and double check. But that pentakill was definitely a highlight. I wish we had a highlight reel going on that we could do. And we've talked about maybe trying to get someone involved so we can do that in the future. So the more that we do these, the better that we're hoping they'll get. So you'll have to join us for some of our future tournament streams, especially because ideally the more popular it gets, the more people we have playing, maybe even the better the prizes we can dish out. So, but in the end, we're all here. We're having a good time. I think this is a lovely way to spend a Saturday, especially because there's nothing I like better to do than to talk. Trying to braid your hair and not choke the husband. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. By the way, I still have that voicemail your husband left me, Random Cheapy. Just FYI. For those of y'all that haven't figured out, Chibi and I know each other in real life, so I give her a lot of crap. Oh, Skywalker. Hey, what's going on, Skywalker?
We are back. We have everybody organized. Everybody's set to go. We're just waiting on that stream to start and to see when Azamir starts that game. I will notify you guys whenever we can start spectating.
And Paul, I agree with you there. Paul from chat is saying that he thinks that this game is going to be turned by mid lane and bot lane, and I think I can agree. In these semifinals, we saw both top laners on each team were really strong, and I think they're gonna be butt heads against each other. I'm not so sure that one of them is really going to dominate the other. So mid lane and bot lane are going to have to be what really pulls through, plus whatever pressure jungle is able to decide.
Absolutely. I think there is going to be a big mid lane struggle. It's the age's oldest time mid lane battle between Azamir and Edmund. They have made. I'm just saying, guys. This is not their first go around. They have been dueling each other time and time again, and they know each other like the back of their hand. So like I said, this is going to be a fun little mid lane like your buddy said. I think they're definitely going to be the ones to watch. Again though, Boz top though. That suffocating pressure is just I don't know. I think Edmund's right. He's going to be another one to look for as far as a win condition. And I'm never going to count out Cookie ever. So like I said, I think they've got a really good thing going. I just talked to Azamir's team. I think not only do they have a phenomenal mid laner, but their whole team is great. Vui in the jungle, man, he is constant pressure all over the map. They've got control wards out the wazoo. They play together like a team. You got the hooks from their support. You got their bot lane doing freaking pentakills. I mean, like, everybody on their team has shined at a different point in the match. And like I said, I think you're just going to see a little bit from everybody there. And we're gonna, like I said, have to really keep an eye out on mid lane, like your buddy said. It's gonna be something to behold. Like I said, they are both duelists, and they are the best duelists in the server. And I think I can't really pick one over the other. They're really, really good mid laners. So I'm really excited to see it.
I told chat right after you left, I was like, I'm going to be the oddball out, and I'm going to throw my hat in with overloaded business for this match. That's what I'm going to put my money on. I told Azamir, he popped into the...
We got to separate ourselves as far as who we're rooting for, right? We should have definitely done that. Yeah, definitely.
Well, I mean, I told Azamir, he popped into the stream chat real quick, and I was like, look, man, I want you to get Syndra, and I want to see more of that, because I like those Syndra plays. And then Zack Saber and that Mundo. I love Mundo, so he immediately had my heart, at least to some extent, because Mundo's one of my favorite champions.
Yes, absolutely, and like I said, that's a fun little thing. Who's your favorite player so far? And I'd like to hear your input on their strengths and weaknesses as far as their Team 1 and Team 2, Overloaded Business versus Comfy Gaming.
I mean, honestly, overall, if I had to pick, it is actually a really close tie to me between Zack Sabre and Azamir, just because seeing one of my favorite champions played really well is always a happy thing to see. And Zack Sabre really using Mundo's strengths to his advantage to just kind of ignore damage. But at the same time, Azamir, I love seeing very complicated or skill-based champions used really well. And what I saw from his earlier game as Syndra really just left me just going, I was like, that's some tasty plays right there. Managing some really good disengage, especially considering how immobile Syndra really is.
Right.
Seeing him managing to keep a con off of him and keeping that distance while at the same time applying pressure was just really, really nice. At the same time, for Comfy Gaming, I do want to give some credit to the boss for monopolizing on that lead. He acknowledged that it was there and proceeded to keep putting pressure on it. And I'll admit, when Poppy did a quick re-engage, he took advantage of that again to get a 2-kill lead. 5 minutes in? I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
It just set the tone for a large portion of that game. Not to discount our bottom lanes or our jungler. I have played with and against Viewy, and he is kind of a nightmare.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, he was no slouch himself coming out with that. I believe positioning and Drake's. I mean, he really took over the game as well.
And then to Andrew and his Thresh plays. Oh my god!
Oh my gosh! Yes, that last hook was what ended the game. It was the nail in the coffin that really secured the game and made it GG for sure. That Thresh hook was insane.
And I'm interested to see when this champion matchup how it's going to go, considering that both Andrew and Robotoid were doing Thresh in their games. And Rabbitoid doing really good pulls for his team, getting them out of bad situations and peeling. You know, it was kind of almost like two sides of the same coin, the different ways you can play Thresh, hyper aggressive or hyper defensive. And, we saw both sides of that in each of their games, respectively, with Andrew being very aggressive and Rebatoid being very defensive with Thresh's abilities. I mean, because while Thresh can certainly engage a fight, he can also pull somebody off of an ADC if he's really focused on it pretty hard, considering how much displacement abilities he has.
Right. And I said I sent up the bracket sign, and we do have our game underway. I'm just waiting for that spectate to pop up. But if you want to go ahead and take a look at our brackets here, you can kind of take a look at all the gamers that came to play. We had a total of 8 teams, 40 people in one room. I think we broke some records today as far as how many people we got in one Discord room. I'm not sure if there's much limits. I think you can only go up to like 99 people. So we were very very close to approaching that limit point. And that's what we do here at the Jedi High Council. We break limits. Woo! Let's go.
And I know I've said it a couple of times throughout the stream, but I just want to make sure, for people that are joining us late, if y'all want to be a part of this in the future, there are links to the Discord in the description for the stream, and it will stay there as the video is posted on my channel. If you also want to keep up with updates for my channel and my videos, the second link there is for me, and you can join me over at the Duck Pond. Skywalker loves it. He calls it a cult and likes every bit of it.
Over there. My name is Duckwalker, so you shall address me as so in the duck pond. Quack quack to you duck followers out there. Quack quack.
Yeah, quack quack, mother ducker.
Quack quack, mother ducker. Let's go. And it's always a good time. Like Mr. Lumberduck says, and I appreciate you shouting out our Discord. I really do. But it's also a great time. If you ever get a chance, go ahead and join the Duck Pond, because like I said, everybody's got those fun duck memes over there and everybody's having a good time. It's always good energy. I really highly suggest you go take a look as well.
I bet you when you join, you never expected there could be so many jokes made about ducks.
Here we go, guys. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the League of Legends game. And it looks like our champions have been selected.
Oh
Wanna go
my
ahead and,
god, they
list
let
off the
Zack
picks?
Sabre have Mundo again. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my god! Are they gonna learn? That is a menace top lane. Did he get it all 3 games?
Yes, he did.
Oh my gosh. And they also got the Xin Zhao again. Actually made a mistake earlier in the stream. I thought it was Primy's pick, but actually it was Vui who ended up going Xin Zhao, which was an amazing pick. Oh my gosh, Annie mid is going to be a menace. I know Edmund hates Annie. He's pretty much, all higher elo players will tell you Annie is a counter to most mid laners. You just can't do much about that flash, man. It's coming at you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Tons of burst. It's a great team engage. It's going to be great. Then you got Caitlyn in the bot lane, as well as a Lux support. That's going to be a lot of long range damage. Not a lot of peel, but you gain the peel with that heavy top lane Mundo. Then Irelia in the top. You got Skarner in the jungle.
I haven't seen a Skarner
I
in a
can't believe he
while.
went. Is that? Hold up. Is that Gnar mid?
Yes, it is.
Oh my god, it's Gnar mid, and he's gonna. That's gonna be really an interesting matchup. I've never seen Annie versus Gnar. That's gonna be fun to watch. And then Cookie in the bottom lane. We got her on Lucian, and then with her brother playing drunk on that Lulu. I love it. I think they've got a really good team engage. With the Gnar, the Lulu, the Skarner, and the Irelia, and even the Lucian, they're going to be looking to use that heavy engage on the Azamir's team. I think a key in this game is going to be really their top lane, and if he's going to be able to peel back that major engage, and if they're going to be able to stop them kind of running at their face, because they're going to be kind of coming at them with that Skarner and hopefully pulling them in to an Irelia ult maybe, as well as a Lulu ult. It could be quite devastating. So here we go, loading in, and Lumberduck, I'm kind of getting a little giddy. This is the finals.
Now, I'm going to say something that's going to sound really impressive until I finish
Yeah.
the statement, and then you're going to be really disappointed in me. But I got to admit, I haven't seen the Super Galaxy Annie skin yet. I love Annie. I like to play Annie. She was one of my favorite mid laners for the longest time. For a while in ranked, I had 100% win rate. I had like the best stats for her in North America. And that's because I only played once, then I never touched her again because I didn't want to give it up. So if you looked it up, it sounded really scary because I had that 100% win rate, and then once you actually looked at the nitty gritty, you were like, oh.
Absolutely. Let me see if I can fix this.
I will
again.
admit,
better at this.
blue team is a little bit more fragile compared to red team, and red team does not necessarily lack damage either. Gnar against Nanny, actually, I don't think was too bad. Oh, look at Treestar talking about Azamir and just talking about how he just wimped out, and I wonder what they were talking about.
How do we zoom out again? How do we zoom out? What is it?
Control Shift Z, and then scroll wheel.
Here we go, boys. Here we go. Game of finals. Finals match. And I wish Dacius was here because they are 5-pointing. Everybody's in position, making sure nobody's invading. I think this is going to be one tight match. Is Boz going middle lane? Here we go.
Yeah, he's passing.
Here we go.
Interesting. Yeah. Like you said, he hates Annie, so Treestar was like, I'm out. I don't want to deal with it. You wanna swap him around on our scoreboard for us?
Yes, I got you. Give me 1 second. We're going to do... Actually, I believe everybody's in the correct position. Top jungle.
Oh, no, that's what I was saying. Aurelia and Gnar, since they swapped lanes.
Did they? Oh, yeah, they did. Aurelia and Gnar did.
Well, we were just talking about that.
My bad. I got you.
Stream isn't showing the game. Oh, you're right. My apologies, everybody. Here we go.
Oh, it's Boz versus Azamir. So we were wrong this whole entire time.
No. Treestar was talking about how he wimped out, and that's he swapped lanes.
No, he did not.
He swapped lanes.
He's given the emotes. He's given the Zack Sabre, but I think he knows that Zack Sabre has been an absolute menace. I think he really wants to really cause pressure top lane and change up the way they do things.
Well, and I'll be honest, Gnar into Mundo, I think, is what I'd probably prefer over Irelia, especially because, just like Mundo's not, doesn't have a resource to manage. Gnar has only rage, so he can keep the poke up as long as he wants, and especially with him having the undying grasp. He'll be able to do sustain. Though I'm worried about this early damage Tristar has taken, already taking chunks from Zack Saber.
Yeah, man, those cleavers are really tearing him apart. He really needs to be careful. Azamir getting engaged on, dodged the Irelia stun. He's got a stun on, but he...
maybe if you... Viewey coming in, trying to... Getting chased by the little raptors, though.
What a good defensive move by Irelia. Stop the stun by holding up her defensive... I don't know what it is. I think it's the W.
Gotta always respect Mundo's ABCs of fighting. Always be cleaving.
Always be cleaving. We got some pretty even CS down bot lane, 17 to 18.
Oh my god, this real aggressive mid and top. Boz taking a beating, but giving it back in turn.
Oh my goodness, though. Top, though, is also taking a beating.
Bot lane playing very aggressive, but then with the amount of poke and range that they have, they definitely should. While bot lane probably's got the superior mobility, if they do not manage to lock them down, Lucian plus Lulu can get in and out quite effectively. So right. Lux is going to have to stay on that, and Kaio's going to have to make sure they don't get caught out and use those nets and traps to their advantage to keep them at a distance.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I do like the composition from blue side, especially because Annie always kind of plays a little beefier than a lot of other mages. I do miss the Rod of Ages. That item was my bread and butter on Annie. It's a shame that it's gone, but what can you do?
Absolutely. As aggressive as mid lane has been, he has no mana. He's going to have to back.
Yeah, I mean, Boz is out of mana too, but he's got a lot more health, and so Azamir is going to have to be really careful because Aurelia's got a lot of mobility to get out, and while Annie's, stuns are pretty much guaranteed, if she can't follow them up with her combos right and get out before Aurelia gets, unlocked. I know, you can't disrespect that cleaver, man. It's going to get you. Skarner was looking to get a little cheeky up top, but Zack Saber playing passively, which is different. We're seeing frickin' Ribatoid going into the jungle, just taking it up. Surprised to see that he is really going in that deep. With Jin Zhao recalled, I mean, he can get away with it, but it's not really like he's got vision to know where Jin is. And it looks like Jin is heading top, and Viewey's going to get up there and realize he's missing something and probably not be too happy about it.
As you can see, there's nobody that's really stepped out. It's 7.7 to 7.5 gold. It's pretty neck and neck. No kills in the first 5 minutes. Everybody's playing safe.
Zack Saber really keeping that pressure up, but that rage meter about to fill out for Gnar.
Oh, no. But he's going to get his Gnar form, get some health.
Mega Gnar.
Not a bad.
Cookie and Drunk here pushing down, taking this respite to get some farm up, especially considering he's lagging behind a little bit. Cookie does need to get caught up here. Can't miss that cannon minion. A bit surprised actually that they've decided to recall on a cannon wave, but if Kaio gets back in time, might get it before the turret finishes it, but I don't think so.
I think they're gonna lose this wave actually. This whole wave.
Yeah, Azamir and the Boz just having a standoff mid lane, both of them holding their own. I'm still laughing that Treestar just wanted nothing to do with that.
We're going to have to give him a lot of shit after the tournament.
Oh, we got some action going over the Dragon. Looks like Ribatoid is going ahead and starting that with Cookie and playing Drunk, hoping to secure it. Something I don't actually see often enough is bot lane coming to assist an early Dragon, because just the advantage of taking it so quick before the enemy can react, because that's exactly what happened there, because the moment that they realized bot lane was missing, it was a little too late and Lux went up there to check. But if Skarner had just been trying to do it by himself, it would have been way too much time for Viewey to go over there and see that he was doing the Dragon and interrupt it. So
one Drake goes down. Comfy gaming, baby. Let's go.
Meganar coming in. Level 7. Is he going to do the throw? I haven't seen it yet. Oh, got to get the heal. That passive on Mundo has really been a very dynamic change that I think was very positive. As much as I like the passive regen, since he still has it, but now having this anti-crowd control, it's very thematic too for Mundo.
I'm gonna say it as a bot lane main. Screw Mundo! I hate that champion. Oh man. Oh, here he comes. Can't stop, won't stop.
Oh, we're gonna get a first blood up here at the top lane.
flash!
Oh! So close! Minion!
Oh my gosh, that was almost a kill. Explode!
Oh, getting it with that E.
God.
For those of you who don't know, Mundo's E, if he kills the target with it, will throw the corpse of whatever he killed back towards the direction
for the
he's
cleanup.
aiming.
Can he actually take on a level 8 support?
Oh, that was the suppression!
Pulls him to the top, taking him out, clearing out that top lane for Edmund. He's going to clear out the minions. That was a good cleanup by Rubatoid. Wow. Azamir trading with the boss.
Getting real close to that turret there. Ooh, good stun.
Timbers.
Good stun from both sides there, honestly. Oh, I think both of them just flashed trying to get each other. Andy trying to get that cleanup, but just coming up a little bit short on that. Both mid laners running teleport here, actually, so ideally we could see some good plays from that. I always hate seeing people pick up teleport and you never see it used in a game. There's nothing sadder.
Oh no, not with these two teams. These teams are looking for those wards and those. But you see how Red just warded in that bush. They're gonna try to anti-ward them in those bushes. They're gonna make sure that the top lane and the mid lane doesn't teleport bottom because they know that's Edmund's plan. They're gonna try their best to clear out that vision. Oh man,
Andrew landed some really good Qs with the ult follow up. Lulu getting the heal though.
Secure it. But
no.
Here we go, top lane
Zack
again.
Saber, yeah, just going in, doing what Mundo does, not caring about the fact that there's a whole minion wave wailing on him. Mundo still got his ult too. Nar's got no more rage meter though.
Mundo has long hair, no care. Vui securing the jungle, doing a really good job at clearing that. And actually, let's see who has the drag. Oops. I took away the scoreboard. I apologize.
Shame. For shame. You see objective timers was there on that list, by the way.
Yes, I have objective timers. It's in, I believe, but it doesn't do much.
Oh, yeah, there. No, yeah, over there it should be there. Though it's weird because it used to show all of them. I don't know where the setting goes to fix that. I know when I was doing it before, we were able to show all the timers, but, red buff for both sides, the blue buffs, it should have all shown up there, so I don't know why it's only the Rift Herald. And the dragon's missing, too. It's weird. I don't know if it's a bug or if it's just something in the settings. We'll get it figured out. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. Yordles and Poros. We'll get this all sorted out eventually.
There's actually a handful of Yordles in this game.
If only we had Braum and his Poros. Oh, Freestar and the boss coming in and shut down Zack. Are they going to get him?
Top.
Ooh, that's going to be Annie coming in. Tibbers. Yeah, there it is. All right, that's both top laners down. The boss going in over Azamir. Azamir using Tibbers to keep the boss at a distance.
You see Zinzao pulling his way up. This is not good for Boz. That stun was important.
Oh, there it is. That Q landing.
Oh,
Beauty showed
Boz
up.
is in trouble.
Oh my God, Boz is moving everywhere like they can, but I'm just not going to be enough.
Great rotations from Azamir. He actually had the great teleport there. Was able to get the stun off. Tibbers and all. Unfortunately,
did you see Comfy, that? Ribatoid, no! Ribatoid just walked into a red ward and walked away.
Oh no!
Just left it there. Oh, and here comes Vui getting that cleanup. Xin Zhao's ability to stay on is just monstrous. But honestly, he's one of those champions I've always felt either does really well or really bad. Kaio maybe getting out. No,
coming in
that's
for the
done. That's it.
That's going to be a lot of plates down on bottom lane. They're creating pressure, but they're going to get that Rift Herald top.
Yep, in fact, they're pinging it right now, looking to get the move, but the red team's going in for the dragon.
Red team's looking for more. They're thirsty for that dragon as well.
And they've already got one, so this is going to put them halfway to get the dragon soul, so this is going to be a really important play. They have to make sure, if they're going to be trading the Rift Herald for this dragon, they have to make sure that they use it. If they allow it to go by without being used or not even getting a turret for it, it's not going to have been a very good trade-off for the blue team.
Absolutely not. We got to watch out for top lane, though, because top lane has been rampaging.
Yeah, they have, and Viewey's coming on up. Both junglers up here. We got a full-on brawl going up at the top lane. Zack Sabre trying to do what he can, but Mundo can stay in it for a while. But
ult by Skarner to keep Vui out of that fight.
Yeah.
They didn't even look at Zack Sabre. Now they're going for the 2v1.
Ooh, and Zack Sabre's ult is down right now.
There
getting that third stack with Gnar.
Gaming with the double 2v1.
Ooh, the boss getting caught by a stun under turret.
Oh my god. One more auto. One more auto.
Oh no, the flash is still on cooldown.
Oh jeez, just got away. Oh shoot.
Feel like bot lane has had a little action going on, but a bit lackluster. Everyone's just kind of poking each other, filling each other out.
Absolutely.
Azamir is fuming over that.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, look, there he is.
He's
Fucking skulking in the bush, waiting like a hungry predator. Ooh, but the boss is full kit. Oh, Aurelia's burst hurts, and the lifesteal she gets and her mobility just make her really hard to pin down. I mean, still a good matchup with Annie, with Annie's point and click stun being a guarantee. But man, oh man, if you can't, it's one of them's just gonna burst the other, then that's it. So it's just who can get their burst off first.
Gonna be a pretty big engaged mid if he makes that. Yep, there's a flash.
They're really gonna walk away from that.
They
4-man gank going bot lane. Kaio's not gonna. Ooh, I honestly, I thought Kaio was dead. I thought Skarner was gonna go all the way with Gnar there as well. We don't know how much time. I don't know what's up with the timers. I don't know why it's not giving us our dragon timer. We'll have to play with this sometime again in the future, see if we can figure out what the issue with that is. But we just have another 4 minutes on that Rift Herald. We got Zack Sabre putting that pressure top lane. Plates are now down, so every team is just going to see what tower they can take down. And bot lane getting just a crap ton of pressure right now. We've got View coming into assist. Andrew trying to hold it down, but he's just a little Lux in a big world.
This is going to be a big fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's the first turn down. That's going to be Viewy dead, and Andrew just needs to get out of there.
Trouble. Double kill.
Andrew's going to sacrifice himself for Kaio there. Let Kaio get out. Azamir coming in from the back, picking out a kill though on playing drunk. Unfortunately, probably overextended, being caught now with Tree Star, Robotoid, and Cookie catching up.
Now they maintain a 5K gold lead. They're approaching that 5K mark, and that's a pretty hefty gold lead as far as team fights are concerned, especially when they're sitting up 2 Drakes to none. Nobody, I don't know if they've used that Rift Herald yet, but like I said, they don't have any sort of map pressure. So bottom lane turret has gone down, so the map pressure actually goes towards our team Comfy Gaming. It's looking to be advantage team Comfy Gaming.
Well, right now, Viewy does still have possession of the Rift Herald's Eye. He hasn't used it yet, but it is running out of time. He doesn't have very much left of it, about 1/8 of the time left before it expires. He needs to place it down somewhere. Honestly, at this point, it doesn't even matter where, because just to not use it would be worse.
Absolutely not. Let's see what happens when Boz goes top lane to meet Zack Sabre.
Zack Sabre having a hard time with a lot of the
poke that
the
goodness.
Boz. Oh,
absolute hard engage. Come on, Cookie.
Honestly, if they hadn't done the swap, this might have been a very different game. But Tree Star and Boz doing the trick.
That was a great Lux E. I'm sorry, great Lux Q. She caught him flashing into tower range.
And there goes
That's
Reba
really
Toy.
a rough trade for them. But again, Boz causing constant menace top lane. I know he's mid, but he's now top, causing more issues.
Stealing the blue buff from blue team too, as well. Taking out their major jungle objectives. Yeah.
Throwing down control wards, getting rid of control wards. He is absolutely slicing up top lane now. They're looking for that Drake, though. I think this is going to be a big team fight. This might be the game-deciding team fight. Like I said, they've got 2 Drakes already. They've got damn near a 5K gold lead. They actually now have secured that 5K gold lead. And so I think they're going to look to have position on this Drake. Here it comes.
Blue team's got to get something going here for the objectives. They're behind and everything. But
2 flashes down.
ooh, this Mundo teleport coming in late.
Oh, Cookie with the kill on the... this is definitely
Azimur's
Drake
down.
for
Yep,
Red
that's
team.
it.
They're pushing off the top laner, and Cookie secures that double kill. That actually puts them up 7k. They get the dragon. They're 1 Drake away from Soul Drake. I don't want to count the Azimir's team out yet, but it's looking really comfy right now.
I have to give it to you. They're behind in all of the objectives at this point. They're behind in gold. Most of them, it looks like, are even behind. And yeah, all of them are behind in CS compared to their mirrors. And they've got 10 seconds left on that Rift Herald that Red Team could even try to go pick up if they've... well, they don't have vision on it, so they might not realize that it's about to come up.
Also got some hardcore map control. I think they're going to look for this Rift Herald right after this mid tower. Cookie will probably rotate up and get some vision, maybe.
And
Or
I
they
don't think
might
I saw
back
the
us
Rift
low.
Herald come out at all.
They're definitely going for this Rift Herald.
Red Team really just pushing the objectives and maintaining it. And that's something that you don't see very often. And honestly, every time I see it, it seems to usually play out pretty well, is that lane swap they did at the beginning of the game. And
Right.
that
You think he's
changed
going
the
mid, but
whole
he's going
dynamic.
top. It's hard to counter because it's like any sort of sport. Once you change up the formation, it's hard to adapt.
Rebetoid going over there, playing out their
red. I
team's
think they're going to
jungle.
be looking for this. Rift
Andrew
Herald.
being stuck alone with Boz is not a good sign right now. He does not have the ability to really lock down Boz's sustain and health.
Absolutely.
Like he would
Wow,
need to.
he flashed over Andrew's Q and secured. Now he might even get another one.
Oh no, Azimir's coming in to lock that down.
Oh,
Kaio,
lock it
come on,
down.
Kaio. Yeah, Kaio getting the net on. We've got the fight coming up near Rift Herald. Zack Sabre
I
trying to
think
get
that's
in there
a
and
big top
disrupt
laner.
everything. Skarner's lockdown, though, just can't be underestimated. Being able to displace an enemy team member like that. Zack Sabre put his ult off, but it might not be enough. Can't out-heal the damage
is-
he's receiving.
Comfy Gaming's Rift Herald. Let's go!
Cookie over here just whittling it down. Viewey coming in, immediately noping out of there, as he should. Don't need a 4v1 going on in that situation. There's no way that I would see him pulling that off, especially
I don't
with
think
them.
he takes that.
Rebetoid really pull. I have not seen a lot of people play Skarner, honestly, and I feel like he's a bit of a niche character, but if he can pull him off, he can pull some devastating tricks. They've got a Rift Herald now right before Baron spawns, so they'll have that available to use. Red Team's already putting timers up for Dragon, making sure they don't forget about that. Oh yeah, press tab for me real quick.
Gotcha. Wait,
Oh, it just says that. Well, okay, I was hoping to pull up the big scoreboard like you normally see, but I guess not. I was trying to figure out what was on with the timers, but I guess not. Okay. Let's not worry about it. Anyway, oh yeah, more. So we have from the chat more than Dork talking about Red Team has the worst comp and worst early game, yet they are winning so hard early. I don't think there's any coming back for this deficit. Red scales harder and is just playing better. And unfortunately, I do have to say that the teams that Red has put like that right there. Look at that Flash Skarner ult on Annie. Even with the Hourglass, Hourglass then Flash actually did manage to save her from being immediately dropped out of the fight. But then from the back, you have Boz coming in, pulling cleanup on the back line for Blue Team. And really, the main issue here is just a lack of good peel and crowd control available to them in the immediate moment. With Annie having a fantastic crowd control, but just not the ability, to do it in between cooldowns. Once it's blown, it's just got to charge it back up.
Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Is Cookie 7-0? I think she hasn't died this whole game. I said it from the beginning. I said she's gonna do some things this game, and she has 7-0.
We got Andrew in the chat who's playing Lux for the Blue Team, saying hard nerf Aurelia.
Abso-freaking-lutely. That Aurelia has been a menace. Boz, man.
Almost a 10k gold difference here, and that's just honestly, when the difference gets that bad, you need a really good play to come back
It's
from that.
hard
really
to clean up
hard.
that deficit. You need some good shutdowns. They're going to have to take Cookie out of this game, and she's just been playing with really great positioning. 0 deaths speaks for itself.
And I mean, honestly, Ribatoy doing really good with the Skarner ults, both with who he's using them on and where he's placing them when it expires.
And let's not discredit their supports, because as an ADC main, you got to give credit where credit is due. There's a lot of credit going to her brother playing drunk for keeping her alive. So I'm gonna just quick shout out to the support.
Oh, and we can't ignore playing drunk score
out there.
Playing drunk coming in with 12 assists already at 23 minutes in, essentially. He's got over half the kills he's been involved in, and we've got this fight going on for the they've already gotten Soul. Holy crap, that's Dragon Soul for them, Red Team.
This is a big cleanup, Drake.
Oh man!
Wow, great cleanup. Great execution.
More than Dork from chat says, feels like maybe there's a little bias from the casters. They may be rooting for Cookie.
I told everybody from the beginning, you know who I'm rooting for. Let's go.
Oh, Zack Sabre getting taken down. It looks like this is going to be the final push. That explains why we have Andrew in the chat. Andrew and Asimir here. I'm like, there's no way they're chatting and playing at the same time. We might be...
GG, well played.
There we go. Surrender from the blue team.
Over with the Rifty dancing in the end. Oh man,
I love the Rift Herald dance.
Victory, Comfy Gaming. I want to shout out and give a big congratulations to Comfy Gaming. They took it from start to finish, and they came through. Big congratulations to everybody who played. And another big congratulations to our second place Overloaded Business. You guys fought hard, and everything was really, really fun to watch. So I appreciate you guys a lot.
Yeah, it's always a lot of fun coming in and doing these casts. Thank you, Skywalker, for inviting me to come do another tournament casting with you. It's always a blast. I love the community. Even though I don't get to play often because of my work schedule, I still like hanging out with you guys and getting to chat with y'all and watching the games because I do like playing League of Legends when I have the opportunity, and the games with you guys are always nice. They're competitive, but at the same time, not really any pressure on you. Just play the game, do what you can, and what happens happens.
That's what we do here, man. And a big thank you to you, Undead Lumberduck, man. You've been solid both tournaments, man. That we couldn't do this without you. Let's just say that. Like a big part of it is not just playing in the tournament and showing out good games, but also keeping it fun and entertaining. And I think you really bring that to the table. So that being said, please, again, I'm sorry to keep shouting him out, but join that duck pond. You really have you posted a link yet? Because I'll post it in the announcements if we haven't yet. But
I have it on the stream description, but I don't think I've posted it for you yet.
Okay, great. Well, again, guys, we're gonna close out here. If you are on the winning team, we're gonna go ahead and get you your prize. And also, I want everybody who was involved in the tournament to get with me because I want to do as many people as I can get to vote who they thought was MVP. Was it playing drunk with those excellent support plays? Was it Cookie with her spicy ADC plays? Was it Tree Star with his mid/top lane plays? Or was it Rivatoid who made and secured those Drakes? Or was it the Boz who was that menacing top? So just let us know. We're going to do a big vote and vote in an MVP of the tournament. I'd really like to hear everybody's opinions. It was really fun to host and to see everybody come out again. 40 plus people showed up to the tournament today. So that's something that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome.
And just remember, everybody, these tournaments are free to join, and we plan to do more in the future. So, feel free to get in touch with us, join us in future games, get a team together, come play. Even if you don't win, it's still a lot of fun for everybody. And we like to try to make sure everybody has a good time. Remember, the link for both of our Discords are in the description for the video. And if you want to get involved with us at any time, just hop on and shoot us a message. And I hope you all have enjoyed the stream.
Enjoyed it, and thank you again.
All right, everybody, y'all have a good night.